All my little troubles haven't got a prayer. Heaven's all around you when you haven't got a care.
Alright, here we are with Godbound, The Living Years, Season 2, Episode 4.
I'm Kevin the GM, and to my right is...
Anthony, playing the Witch King.
Nicole playing Tansy.
Devin playing Silk.
Ian playing Yared.
And Peter as Nikolai.
Today, listeners, we have a special guest, Ian's friend,
Cody.
who's coming in to visit. He lives nearby. He might join us for future games. Stay tuned and find out. Or like Austin, this will be the last we ever hear or see of him again.
Austin, we miss you.
Alright, so it has been, 2 weeks since we last played?
Yeah, the listeners aren't going to fucking know that, though.
That is true. I'm just more for us.
Yeah,
so
we had a break.
What happened? Let's have a refresher course.
We went to Witch Island and freed it. I don't know if that was last
That was two
No,
sessions
no,
ago.
Was it?
And then we went to Sorrow.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it was scary. Atris broke some guy's knee.
Break some guys.
I was saving him!
The Samurai guy, because we
From being able to
interrogated-
walk properly.
And then we left Sorrow because we
Doesn't
decided it was too big for our britches. And we went to Andarasha instead. And
It's
I
full
don't-
of spiders.
yes, there's spiders fucking everywhere.
We also
And
sent
pamphlets.
people to follow
music.
that messenger who claimed to be with the ruler of Ancalia.
Oh yeah, there was a lady that was like, "Oh, I represent the royalty of Ancalia." And we're like, should we send spies to follow them?
Yeah, we sent spies to follow.
So yeah, we went to Russia, we went to a library.
We're in a library.
Oh yeah.
The library of everything.
We're literally in a library.
Can't remember.
We're currently in that library. It has been thoroughly looted. There are undead everywhere, just kind of milling about.
We came here because we wanted to know stuff about the holes in the world.
We want to
Yeah.
learn about the night roads,
And how to close them.
how to close them.
But they have no indexing system here, so.
They have an indexing system, you just haven't found it.
Oh.
What's the layout of this building look like?
There's a large front area with the office and the peasants' library.
We definitely don't want the peasants' library.
There is the upper story with the noble library, where only important people can go.
It's probably going to have to be one.
Then there's probably the forbidden texts area. So
There it is.
Yeah.
the don't touch them votes.
Let's go touch them.
Don't start screaming if you open it.
That's cool.
Fucking Voldemort's face will appear on it and Harry will slam it shut.
So yeah, you're still in that front peasants' library. There are undead milling about. Most of them are trapped under fallen bookshelves, or paled to the walls.
Alright, well, while you guys deal with book stuff, I guess I'll mill about killing these undead and giving them proper burial rites.
They don't put up much of a fight. They're lesser undead.
Oh god, do they not ever.
Yeah, they all look. A lot of them look like they work at the library. A few of them just look like they wandered in from elsewhere. Mostly just peasants.
Okay. I guess let's go up higher.
Yep.
Should we check for monsters or something?
Check for traps. Well, you can
Traps
send...
in a library?
If you want stuff safe, you put traps in.
Is your house booby trapped?
Go there and find out. I mean, it's in an overrun city, so technically yes. Does zombies count as booby traps? Because there's zombies here.
Is there post-apocalyptic crisis alarms?
Oh my god.
So
You head to the nicer library.
yes.
Okay, these double doors were once locked, but at this point they've been smashed open. Really? Been smashed open. This area is significantly more luxurious. The shelves are made of mahogany. There's cushions around. There's actually a few corpses here of people who are better dressed. What is under that door that's been smashed in? Just a woman.
Huh.
I'm gonna start flipping through the books on the shelves, I guess, reading.
So I don't think I can read.
Oh.
Like I can read Abyssal, but that's not gonna help us here. Well, I mean, it might, maybe the books in a bit, but I don't see why they would be.
Also, I'm going to add that pretty much the entire floor up here is just covered in blood, as are all of the books. Looks like there's just a bloodbath in here because they were locked in.
I'm gonna use a miracle of C to
Dried
clean
off
them.
blood.
Hey,
I don't
before
think
you
it's-
destroy the crime scene, can I do some CSI and try to figure out what happened?
Lick.
Fair enough.
Might be pertinent.
Do it.
So I'm gonna. You said there was a woman.
Yep.
Can I
She's
like
under the door.
under the door?
Yeah.
Oh,
She's
it's broken
partially-
down. Right.
Yeah, she's still twitching underneath it.
Oh, she's still living.
No.
No,
No, twitching as in undead.
Remember when
Oh,
you die, you become a
right.
zombie.
She's been here for
Zombies.
5 years trying to crawl.
Zombies.
for
I always
the-
forget about zombies.
You're the guy of zombies.
Yeah,
How do you forget about zombies? Your entire thing is zombies.
They're not a threat to me, so I forget about them.
Alright, so how are you going to CSI this?
Oh, I guess it's pretty obvious how she died. She obviously got knocked down by the door. So can I see like how anybody else died? There's other people in here.
There's a few people here, and you're able to put together a story just from reading their various deaths. That a bunch of people are here in the nobles' library. Someone runs in, locks the door, and starts screaming about feed into the world. And something appears in the library itself and just starts tearing these people apart while they're locked in this area, slowly, one at a time.
Do I get a good look at it at all? Like, what do I? Any
Stealthy killing.
Only at
glimpses? Any clues? Signature weapon?
Looks like a horse with only 2 legs, like the front half of a horse. It has arms on its big shoulders.
A Manotaur.
Jeez.
So my nightmares.
Yeah, it literally looks like someone chopped a horse in half and attached arms to the and skeleton for a face, and it just went around tearing these people apart in a way that would allow them to still be walking around once they revived. That seemed to be on purpose.
Interesting.
Terrifying.
And yeah, it took its time.
Does it look like there's like an obvious hole or like a space where it looks like there should be blood and something's missing? Maybe it came here for a certain book. I don't know.
Oh no, it just appeared here and then disappeared again, leaving this room full of
It was just here for blood sport. Great.
yeah. The door falling over seems to have been slightly more recent, like someone broke in here later.
Okay.
Hey, I have a question. Witch King,
Mm-hmm.
did we already ask? Like, your dad was going everywhere and looting stuff.
Which is even here.
So, did you ask him if he's already looted this library? Because it'd be really silly if we came here to loot this library. He already had looted the library.
I'm pretty sure he handed over all pertinent documents.
Also, I don't think he went through anywhere this dangerous.
Yeah.
He was looking for artifacts, not books on night roads and cousins.
And he's not one of
and
us. He couldn't have
engines.
just walked through the undead like we do.
Oh.
After I'm done burying them outside, is there one of those fluty statues around?
Yeah, it's not too far away.
Maybe
They're
go over and take a look at one.
Alright, so there's obviously piping underneath it, just leading up and traveling throughout the rest of the city, connected to other ones. That sound is all just blowing in.
Like it's just making noise now.
Yeah. It's constantly making noise.
Does it have like a piano in front of it or something?
Nope.
These are just speakers.
I mean, you guys are weird. Whatever.
I wasn't too character.
Yeah, there's no sign of a way to play it.
I'll like knock on one of the pipes and put my ear to it.
Hollow.
I'll just hang out here and smoke. You're not supposed to smoke in libraries.
It does damage the books.
These people probably smoke all the time.
The city's smoking.
You're very thoughtful.
That's not sorrow.
But yeah. Just seems hollow. Pipes everywhere leading into it. Weird song giving off.
I'll take out my flute and I'll try to copy it. Like I'll try to learn the song.
Okay. It seems to be like the anthem for Angarasha, but which you've probably heard at one point. Maybe
Radio?
not.
Oh, some ceremonies.
Yeah, they probably still play it elsewhere. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's weird.
Alright, I'll try to learn on my flute while you guys are playing along.
Okay, so one of the women in this upper parts of the library actually has a large key ring on her belt.
Interesting. I will grab that then.
Yeah. This woman is older, round with glasses. She looks
Like a librarian.
like a librarian.
Interesting. Okay, good. We got the librarian's keys for hopefully the secret room of secret books.
And one of the keys is much more ornate and bigger, and a lot older than the other ones.
I don't suppose it looks like there's anything in this room that this could fit? The back of the room in the shadows?
No.
Can I sense?
Sunside to see everything. That's why I find the location for an ornate key.
Okay, down in the basement there's a heavy door.
Perfect. Well, I guess first let's look around here, see what there's the index system here. We have anything in here before we go.
Yeah, as I say, I'll use a miracle of the sea to
Clean it up.
clean up the books, and then just loot through the books, taking anything of interest. And
Okay.
You are a book collector.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
A lot of historical books in here. Like lore from other countries and the like.
that's cool. Very cool.
Poetry, history.
Yeah, basically a
White
bit of
Bears.
everything.
Yeah. No.
Books up here are obviously in better condition. A lot more pictures with words rather than pictures.
Illuminate books.
Anything on night roads, possibly, maybe?
Not here now.
Okay. Down to the basement.
Cousins, Prince of the Dawn, reality engines and stuff.
There's a story about cousins, but nothing like detailed or
Like a
factual
fiction,
about
Yeah.
them.
Well, someone we were looking for some information on where the Prince of the Dawn is, so.
Yeah, where he could, I don't know where. Like he can move around now.
No, but like earlier we got feel that either on the Russian library or Saro library might have something on it.
Well, being part of this country, you would know that it's something that exists only in legends, and nobody ever had any factual evidence about this. Most people don't believe it exists.
Yeah. Well, if there's not anything of value here, I guess we'll go down to the basement.
All right, there is a heavy locked door down the basement. More corpses here. Looks like someone was trying to get into this room down here and fell down the stairs.
Oh no.
Very broken neck. They're kind of just laying there on the floor.
Oh.
Okay.
Open up.
Open the door.
Yeah.
I guess.
Well, we don't have Aetius to open the door, so.
I was
Not
kind of expecting the staircase to actually be trapped. Like I thought we were gonna step on it and turn to a slide, and that's why they fell down and broke their neck.
Get fucked.
So who wants to open the door?
I'll open it.
Also, actually, you notice on the stairs that there is the remains of a pearl necklace.
Oh, he slipped on some pearls.
Yeah.
That makes
So
sense.
someone left the pearls there.
Give me your
This
pearls,
woman
lady.
has quite a bit of old jewelry on her, actually. So it does look like her pearls broke as she was running. And,
I'm gonna take all her jewelry.
So,
yeah,
Was-
the examination of her body
Booby
indicates that she had a pearl necklace. Something tried to grab her. It broke,
Oh.
and she slipped on the.
oh,
You fucking orphaned Bruce Wayne.
Poor thing.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna steal all of her fucking jewelry. It's mine now.
Yeah. The air down here smells significantly staler.
dirtier.
Actually, no, not dead. Not deader at all.
It's
There
just
is
been
the
closed
sense
off
of
for
corpses
such a long
down here.
time.
This door is practically like airtight.
Do I sense any life on the other side of it?
No. Actually, when you open the door, there's like a weird, like the sound of a fridge opening.
Oh, weird.
Oh, that makes sense.
You know,
Yeah, this doesn't look like tech that would be
Climate
from
control.
Incalia. This looks like something they imported from elsewhere.
Interesting.
Huh.
maybe it's a humidor.
Like, is it actually cold in here?
Yeah, there's cooler down here. Not cold, but
Like, it's not like we're walking into a freezer.
no. It's
Okay.
more like a preserved area.
I think Peter had it right when he said a humidor, like you'd find in a cigar shop.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a flicker as the Aether lighting kicks on, and this area kind of dims to life. There's a bunch of old shelves down here filled with very fragile-looking books, all with dividers between them. There's a pair of leather gloves hanging from the wall next to the door.
Proper archive.
Yeah, there's actually also like a list on the side that just lists various sort of cautions for senior librarians only kind of thing.
You should probably read that.
Yeah, how to handle the books. Don't use your bare fingers. Don't leave oil traces.
Okay.
Filthy animals. It's written by someone who has had like several books like been ruined on them, and they're very, very frustrated.
You can tell.
Yeah, there's been a few addendums.
Every rule is written angrier and angrier than the last one. Like,
More
just stay the
exasperated.
fuck out of my library, you shit.
If you bring any coffee in here one more time,
A very seasoned librarian.
Do not play Dom Shot down here with your Nausicaan friends.
Hey, is anybody up for a paintball fight? Or
yeah, there's books in glass cases, and there's actually a catalog down here.
oh, good.
Yeah, it has its own catalog, basically. Anyways, they're not going to advertise this to just any pleb.
I'll shapeshift my hands into something very like soft and easy
your
for the
your hands
books.
are never clean, no matter what you shift them into.
And then I'll just start flipping through some of the books
I
No,
thought you
very
were
carefully.
specifically make your fingers more oily. I'm like, what
No!
the hell?
Like, remember I collect
I
books
guess
and
you
like
have,
books.
I guess
No,
you
I'm
have
like,
the word of
shit.
C, so you can make your
I want
hands
to
moisture
shapeshift
free.
my hands into garbage disposals.
Actually, underneath the
Paper
table where the
shredders.
catalog is, there's a cardboard box that's kind of moldy at this point, but it's full of like basically hand sanitizer imported from another country.
Oh, sweet.
Looks like Bright Republic actually. It's got a Bright Republic brand on it.
I put it on the table and just kind of glance at it and back at you two. Or three, I guess.
Excuse me, I can make way better
Blink.
than anything.
Oh, like pick it
Let's
up and
check the
smell it?
catalog.
What does it smell like?
Alcohol.
Smells like
Alcohol.
Okay, I'll take some for waitress.
Oh no! Please call them.
So what specifically are you looking
Exactly
for?
what I would have done if I was here. I would start drinking that shit.
It's not alcohol. You can clean your hands,
Dude,
Well, I
it's-
mean, that's what they use alcohol for, to
This
clean
is
your
just-
wounds.
Yeah, but this has chemicals in it that makes it bad alcohol.
you just have alcohol packets in a Capri Sun pack for H's.
So yeah, I have like some bottles of that now.
Yeah, I don't even get drunk off of it.
Yeah,
There's a drink to
yeah,
get
I think
drunk.
you can.
yeah, you can.
I know you get drunk off mouthwash.
No, my mom actually worked at libraries, and the homeless people in Nanaimo would take it and like get as much as they can and take swig of it.
Alcohol. So
That's probably so icky.
It's so bad for you too.
Yeah,
Well, yeah, but like just
It-
like the
imagine
smell
ki-
of it, I'm like picturing what it must taste like.
Let's kill all the good bacteria in your stomach. Yay!
it's like bleach.
Only the one time
for an entire week.
for an entire week.
Only one.
It's working if you're throwing up everything. Okay, good. I'm glad it's working.
So what specifically were you looking for?
okay, with this nitro stuff, maybe some place in Nakalia about where there might be some theurges or have this theurgic rituals to open/close the nitrodes.
These are ancient books. They're not going to list who theurges are that are still alive.
Or
More like traditional places where they would have shut up shops. I think is what he's wanting to.
Yeah.
maybe they will have actual theurges stuff in there as well. Like, oh, these are the rituals.
Yeah, that would be ideal.
There's actually a book on a third theurge who was an artist, and they specialized in entering night roads to find works of art from other areas. They were rumored to go to other worlds to find these, and they had the power to open and close night roads.
Oh. So yeah.
Holy shit! Who were they and what did they do?
They were an artist, a Vizian artist, and they never gave their real name. They were known as the Prince of Roses, and they refused to go by anything but that. And the Prince of Roses, like, he insisted on the is in front of it.
So you can't even say hello, Prince of Roses. You have to say hello, the Prince of Roses.
Yes, it was a trademark name. There's even a little trademark.
Oh my god.
That's beautiful.
And he had a tower, actually. This is like from the first age. And there was rumors that he had a tower where he set up a enormous art gallery.
Wasn't there someone specifically who wanted to like have art? If we know someone that wanted to buy all our art.
Either the Fey Court or Dahlia would probably buy art off you.
Okay. We should loot that and then make a lot of money from the art.
Yeah. Does it give any?
Oh, and also because
money
we
don't
know
work
people
that
that are getting married soon, so they
Yes.
probably want to decorate their new house
Yes. Good call, Tan.
Yeah. with like special stuff from another world.
Yeah.
I mean, if this is guy from the pre-shuttering world, that was 1,000 years ago.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm assuming that art isn't.
Then
like,
that art is super, super valuable.
right?
Noted.
Yeah.
If it's still around, it's super
I
valuable.
mean, if I was like a magical world hopping art,
Collect.
I would
lover,
hide it good.
I would trap my tower with all my art in it.
Probably in his own private night road, where he knows it'll be safe because other people can't really travel the night roads.
And then he can write that in the books. People would know where it is.
Well, he's not going to put it in the book. My secret location is here. Go loot it, please. Obviously, he's not going to
Yes,
tell.
suck my dick.
Yeah, suck my dick, please don't rob me.
Yeah, this book actually has the location of his art gallery.
God damn it.
It's in actually the sea in the northeastern part of Ankelia.
Okay. Well, if it's in the sea, we can get there easily.
Yeah, he built like a floating tower.
Ha, it floats, jerk. We can fly there.
Dick.
I think
I mean,
he's
it floats on
floating
the
in
water.
Yeah.
Like-
What now? I am
We use sky to
Aquaman.
evaporate on the water. It's a second.
Let's take a boat.
Alright, so
Okay.
this is a good lead.
Yep. Are there any other interesting TRG books or?
There's books on some of the lesser magics,
Oh.
and because archmages were generally very protective of their higher magics, it's mostly documents on kind of the lesser spells and like of various magical paths and whatnot.
We
I'll
should
be
definitely
doing a
take
few of
all
those,
those.
yeah.
That's super cool.
We just reseal.
I could just shapeshift these smaller.
What we should do
I mean,
instead
Take all
is
this
I was
away
about to
and
say,
burn it.
we should shapeshift this stuff into ashes.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he gets to carry a sack of ash that
Yeah.
can reconstitute later.
his
that-
character can do
Yeah,
that.
no, that wouldn't be a bad it. Yeah, anything
likes-
his
he-
character
yeah.
burns.
He can
He can-
make it be unburned then.
Yeah.
He's
So-
a fire god.
We use it for
I'm a Winston.
compacting our loot.
Zipping fires.
Because nobody has a bag of holding, apparently.
No?
Yeah, that's actually how big is this library down here?
This is just a room, like a small cramped room full of
Yeah,
forbidden
no,
texts.
I vote we do that.
Bag of ashes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I sure hope the spirit of the librarian for this part isn't here right now because he was rolling in his grave.
You know that woman who was on the stairs?
Oh no.
She's up again and she's running for your throat, actually.
Her throat, she's burning everything.
Yes.
I mean, I'm not
Isn't it
doing
just
that
a
yet.
zombie?
We're still
Okay.
looking through
Oh, I
some.
thought you were actually doing that. Okay.
Is
never mind.
it a lesser undead though?
It's something.
I mean, I'm sure we're doing it. I'm sure you
Yeah,
guys are
no,
doing it at
you're-
this
you're
point. It's
doing
time
it.
to go.
Yeah.
But you guys are done. Like, you did your investigation.
I mean, again, also for stuff of cousins, maybe they have some location we can go to, or reality engines, because hey, we need to figure out where to fix them. So maybe
Yeah,
have
but-
some pinpoints.
We can read
or
more
uncreated things.
outside of this city. Like once we take these books, we can put them in a safe room back in Cantown and read it at our leisure.
In your burial chamber,
Yeah,
covered in uranium.
pretty much.
So yeah, if there's nothing else of note, I guess we can start packing.
Yeah, the moment you start burning those books, that woman who was at the base of the stairs is up and running at you. Not even like a, picking up a weapon kind of way, she's just trying to strangle you.
Quick, what you can.
Jedi mind trick.
Okay, she has effort, but she's going to ignore that. She's not attacking you in like trying to like lethally murder you in a type of way. She's trying to just like, yeah, she's endlessly screaming like, what the hell are you doing? I've been watching this place for centuries, which isn't true because this has been 5 years.
5 minutes.
A lot of it is very incoherent and angry and calling you all kinds of very unpleasant things, questioning your parenthood.
Don't.
It's okay. We own this place now.
No.
Show her the unburning and
Yeah,
burning thing.
unburn the books. Show her that we're here to guard these books. We're gonna take them somewhere
Can we
safe.
just put her down?
Oh,
mean-
Witch King might want to turn her into one of his
Slay.
undead people.
I can try. Just having the word of death bound apparently has to be basically turned. They get a spirit save to resist. Greater undead get a spirit
Yeah,
save.
but if they spend effort to say "go fuck yourself," that's
Yes.
what you just
Yeah.
did.
Yes.
Alternatively, you could spend an effort on a miracle to detonate her shit.
detonate her shit, you cannot be commanded to self-destruct.
You have a smite in death.
Oh yeah, I can smite. Yeah.
Like, not even the damage smite, the death smite, which is like, get fucked with the smite.
I don't think she's that big of a deal though.
I've never done it yet. I just thought you'd want a chance.
And then combat music.
Not on this. On something big, you know.
Alright, so no one's going to just.
I
calm her
tried
down?
talking to her. I tried telling Adina to unburn the books, but Adina's not paying attention.
She's just dead.
Yeah, she's undead. She's only got half her life.
Okay, then you kill her, Adina. I'm trying to talk to her.
Are you saying this out loud that she only has half a mind?
Yeah, apparently Adina's saying I'm
I
trying
said
to.
that.
Yeah.
Excuse me? You come into my library, you start burning my books, and then you insult my intelligence?
What? I didn't mean to insult you. You're just dead. That's all. So
I'm clearly dead. My books aren't. They've been preciously kept in here.
and we're
For
gonna
5 years.
we're gonna bring them somewhere even safer.
By burning them?
We can
Their
unburn
ashes are
them.
going to spread them in the sea? A
No.
proper burial?
No.
Why not piss on my ashes while you're at it?
Well, you have to. No, I'm not gonna get into that. We're just gonna go back. We're just gonna go back a step. She can unburn them
Adina,
later.
please
We
unburn
are
a book.
a pantheon of gods here to preserve the knowledge of the old world so we can fix the current.
By making it immortal? By destroying it? Is that it? Is this some twisted...
Okay, I'll show her the burning thing.
I take a pile of ashes, reach into it, and take out the book.
Oh.
Like I said,
I
we
look like
can-
an asshole.
She closes the door behind her so that,
That's
stale air from elsewhere isn't getting in. And she starts just going over that list on the wall out loud.
when she's not looking, I quickly put the gloves
Nothing
on.
on burning books.
Yeah, like all the lists on how to treat these books properly.
So when you unburn them, you can know how to treat them properly.
Yeah.
Burn the list too.
Yeah,
Put them in a still air room.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll keep them as ashes because they won't deteriorate this way. We'll only take them
No.
out as needed.
Hey, it's only
No!
Also, she
no.
looks at you, because you're like the dead one. She's like, you have to promise me. Promise me that you will take care of these books.
Of course, I would never let this knowledge.
Swear it.
Is this gonna be a curse?
Newlyweds.
Is this gonna be a curse thing? Is this
Curse
an
on your...
Is this an undead curse? I didn't even know that was a thing.
This is a librarian's curse.
Oh, that's way worse.
I mean, you can always
I'm
take-
having like flashbacks to my childhood. Like
Overdue book. 5 cents. 5 cents.
You can always take the
I
librarian
swear
with
on
you.
my life that I will keep these books safe.
So it is done.
Oh no!
And
Oh my God.
she crumbles.
Whoa.
Some kind of spirit leaves her, and she crumbles on the floor.
And then she enters you.
Now you can actually feel her soul following you.
Oh wait, really? Now she's gonna follow
Like
me
a
to make sure?
worshiper.
Oh sweet, I got a ghost worshiper.
There you go.
That's pretty good. Hey, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you came by, and her soul latched onto you, because it means she doesn't have to go to hell.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, no, that's-
Don't go to hell. Hell is bad.
And off to hell with you. And we can do that.
As
All right, Adina, keep those books safe. I turn around, she's dumping the bag of ashes out the window. Why?
Snort. First edition.
Killer Queen. First edition.
Knowledge.
dynamite
This is
and
how
a
it
laser
works.
beam.
Learnings for saps.
Oh, I'm not going to torture you for information. I'm going to smoke you.
Just cuts off a
Now
finger.
I know everything you know.
Oh my
That happened in a show.
Professor Squirrel head.
Well, I'll show
The
you.
Incredibles.
Okay.
I'm gonna like examine the door and stuff and try and just
Figure out the
roughly figure
technology.
out what they were attempting to do with this room and
Yeah, the door frame is made of rubber. So when you close it, it just kind of seals into place.
I mean,
Okay.
Like a
I mean,
frame.
I could just
Suffocate,
take
yeah.
the door.
I could probably just build a
How
I'm just
about-
gonna take the door. I'm
How
gonna
about we just
I'm gonna
burn?
use my hands to like.
cut around the.
Oh yeah,
around
you
the
could just burn
frame.
that.
How about I burn the frame around and just take the room with us as well?
That works.
Just take the whole fucking room. Just burn the room. We just have it come back with a big sack of ashes. Like, yeah, no big deal.
Yeah, and then you can just place it anywhere, like a big Lego block.
Yeah.
Hey, we're playing The Sims now.
If you're burning the room, why don't you like bring the books back, put them back into the room, and then
set it up perfectly.
Burn the entire room.
And then
with
just
the
pack it
books
down to like a
inside.
big tube of ash.
unburn the books. We have to put them all back on the shelves now, guys.
Proper order.
In proper order. The librarian's
Librarian,
watching.
come back!
Why don't we just burn the
Dewey
whole
Decimal
library
System,
down?
guys. Come on.
Let's just burn the whole goddamn world down. Bring it back with us, and we'll put it back together where we want.
Yeah, so you've got several more souls following you at this point. It feels like every single librarian in here just had their soul latch onto you after you did that.
So I'm doing a sick flute solo outside for the next few hours. You guys
smell
zip
relief.
the library.
Yeah, we burned the entire library to a crisp. And
Just a nice section there.
I mean, like the entire library,
Yeah, that's too much.
or just like
Is
the.
it? I mean, it's pretty
Nah.
flammable.
Do you guys really need the peasants library though?
Well, yeah, we have.
We have
Okay,
peasants.
okay.
we have
okay.
worshippers.
It might make them, you know.
How about for the
Peasants.
peasant library? We'll take Atreus, we'll give him a crossbow so he can shoot it back to our place.
Well, we should just burn all the
One by
books.
one.
We don't need the entire building. Though. We just burn all the books.
Yeah.
It's not wrong.
Take them with us.
Put
And
a
then,
note on it.
uh,
Please don't throw these ashes away.
And then we just burn the.
All books
The
are
only
crossed.
room we need though is the ceiling room. Just
Yeah.
take that whole room. But also we need all the books. Just burn all the books. Seriously, Cantown is gonna be like the center of knowledge by the time we're done. It's gonna have like an entire.
We don't need to burn the library down. We'll burn down the safe room, like Nicole said. We'll just burn the regular books down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Put them in a sack that says regular books.
We go
Yeah.
back to
Yeah.
Cantown, everybody's scared because they think there's going to be another bookstorm. Just like, we built all these covers to save us from the mighty bookstorm. Please help us, Godbound.
I took a dictionary to the eye.
Paper cuts. So many paper cuts.
Knowledge smite.
No, it's How come you never use
The
that?
Majestic is like.
Might as well pause. I'm gonna just watch my reading.
Yeah, sure.
She's
We're back.
Alright, so you are done with the library after setting half of it on fire and shoveling the ashes into a bag. That's a lot of ashes.
Yep.
What happens if a bit of it spills somewhere?
Well, it's not.
We're being very, very careful.
You just like open it and like half the library is missing.
Adina has firepower, so Adina's shoveling the ashes because she can't be hurt by fire. Adina's like, whoa, whoa, whoa! I don't want to do this if work's involved.
So are you just gonna carry the sack around with you everywhere, or what are you gonna do with this? Where are you gonna go?
You're all looking at me.
I think
Listeners, all four of the fucking players looked at me, the guy who's not even in
Do we
the
have a
scene.
skull squad?
Oh yeah, I have skeleton warriors for this.
Yeah.
Split the bags up evenly into other bags. Apparently we
I
just have
trust
infinite
them not to
bags.
be,
Well, I'll just go pick up the bag.
no,
and drop
just
them.
send the Skull Squad on a march back to Cantown and just
Why?
have
So they get
Those are
jumped and my
colorless
ashes taken?
spiders.
Also, every time you're like not directly ordering them or making them follow you around, they keep turning their head towards like the center of town.
Oh.
That's awkward.
Okay.
Also, that should be investigated.
Can
And
we?
then they look at Atreus if he's playing his flute.
I am. I've been doing it the entire time you guys have been doing shit. I've been outside
Oh.
at the flute thing playing my flute.
Why don't we get Atreus to throw these bags of ashes into Cantown?
Will bags of
Um,
ashes survive
well,
flight?
Like,
a single wind is gonna blow them
Yeah,
into the
I know.
ocean.
Just like, and the
bow.
bag's open.
You're like, why do I feel like someone's strangling me at all times now?
they're
This
like,
collar's gonna look
You can
tighter.
boost them with endurance, so it's very rigid.
yeah,
And then just do bow.
and then fling them to Cantown with a note.
Use sea or sky to cover the bags in ice.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll cover the bags in a
I've just been
thick,
jamming the
thick
whole
layer of
time.
ice.
Experimental jazz.
Put a note on it saying,
Do not open.
like, put somewhere safe, do not open.
Dead inside.
And then Atreus is just gonna huck them to Cantown.
Or
Dead
tails.
open inside.
Don't dead open inside.
Walking
Inside
dead.
it, yeah.
Well, if the cousin is writing it, yes.
Okay.
Or if Ian's just reading.
So you launch these giant ice balls
At
at Cantown.
Cantown.
I will grab the package. I'll put my flute away. I will grab the package and using my miracle god of bow, I will boot it like a football so that it hits Cantown exactly within 10 feet of the destination I want to go.
Okay.
Which is
that
the
big-
landing pad.
That
we
big
have.
icon.
Yeah, we have landing pads. There's a note in there. They know. We already took care of this.
Okay.
It's done.
It's gone.
I really hope we don't need to read any of those before we get home.
So you think you did that after you taken care of the whole Cantown's being robbed constantly thing?
Stealing!
Actually, wait, Cantown took care of that itself.
Stealing. They're stealing.
So yeah, you've now deposited bags of ash back home.
Bags of ashes.
So the undead are looking at me when I play music?
Yep.
Also, the
I'm just gonna keep doing it. Can I deviate from the song to make them look at me more?
Are you the
No,
Pied
at the moment you deviate.
I go back. I just try to play it as straight as possible. Then.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're only like looking at you.
That's
Doesn't even
weird.
Go beyond that.
What? Can I like unbind them? Will they just fall apart? Can I unbind them and rebind them real quick? I just want to see what happens
Sure, just unbind them.
if they just become like normal undead for a second, not under my control.
Okay, so you
I mean-
unbind them.
They are undead right here.
They all kill
Just
themselves.
unbind
No!
one.
Yeah,
Oh my
good
God.
idea. Good
Or
idea.
I could take a rope
Just do one.
and use bow and rope a zombie, bring it in hookshot style,
right
and we
here.
can just push it around.
Like a couple 100,000. Just unstick it for a
Whatever.
web.
Any of one of those is
Not
good.
the ones in magic armor with magic weapons.
Yeah, they just
No
start
much
walking
garbage.
off towards the center of town.
Okay, I want to make sure that I was still.
Okay. Well, to the center of town.
Yeah, that's not where the boss is.
Okay.
Okay.
Why are we going to the center of town now?
Because there's something
Because the
intriguing
undead
there.
are all drawn there for some reason.
I mean, I think that John, there's probably something bad there, so maybe we should look around first, maybe check out the castle.
The castle's at the center of town.
Sneak around!
Okay,
Okay.
you stick around.
Like,
We're gonna go there.
didn't we come here to know how to close night roads? Because there's probably
Yeah.
a night road here.
Yeah.
So why don't we go and find the person who knows how to find closed night roads? And we're just gonna fight.
Okay,
the
would you like to go a
monster?
couple weeks of a journey to find the guy in the northeastern Ancalia waters floating above it?
Yeah, that's kind of what the plan was. If I recall.
I think we were like going here, play around with Nitro, see what we can do, and if we find something really, really bad, we're gonna ditch.
Like, we came here to find out how to close the night roads. Why would we go to the night road when we don't know how to close it?
Because we're gonna fiddle with it.
But why don't we just go to the guy that knows how to close it and say, how do you close it?
Because the guy's been dead for 1,000 years.
You don't know that.
He's from
And plus, he
pre-shattering.
probably also has these books there that tell us
Isn't
how to do it.
Yared dead for 1,000 years?
Yeah. He could very well be alive.
Prince of the Dawn, all those Fae we
So
hang
he
out
could be in
with.
a burrow that we don't know about.
Who knows where he could be or what he could be?
Tansy, gut check. How old are you?
A million.
That can't be right.
I don't know. I'm old. I don't know how old I am.
A million's not a real number, Witch King. It just means beyond counting.
Yeah, like
That's
a year.
wrong. A million is definitely a number. That's why.
Really count to it right now.
1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna want to fast forward this part at home, guys. 5, 6.
All right, we'll just cut. Whoa, we'll just cut here. And we're back.
Okay, good. See, I told you it's a real number.
Wow, that took like. Wow, that took like a month.
Oh, Witch King, right through your wedding.
Witch King's wedding doesn't
Yeah,
exist.
she was gone for a
honeymoon.
month, so she died of heartbreak.
I'm actually dying.
She died of disappointment about not knowing whether or not we could count to a million.
But we
All right,
stuck
Witch King.
with it.
You were dead wrong about the world being flat. You were dead wrong about you living in hell. But you were 100%,
By God.
1,000,000% right about
Double.
being able to count to a million.
No, 10
I
million.
acknowledge it.
That's
You
how
did
old
it.
I am.
And that you can count on. Let's move on.
There's even numbers bigger than a million.
That doesn't seem likely.
1
Million.
million and 1 million and 2.
Not again!
3 months later.
6 months later. 1 billion.
Is that how long you think it would take?
1,000.
I was
months.
counting by twos after the first few mil.
Lord. Anyway, what are we doing? Why are we here?
Okay, we're going to the center of
A
town.
faction turn happens, right?
Mathematical.
Shit, it's been a month.
I don't think we actually waited.
Is that canon?
No.
It'd
Did
be
we stand
amazing if
here?
it was.
See, coming.
Most of us, some of us have to eat and sleep and stuff. Did you guys stop?
There's
for
so
40
many zombies.
I mean, you've got that special, jelly drink.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can't
Oh,
drink
hey,
energy
Aegis, I
drink.
found you some more alcohol inside.
No, please no.
All right, let me drink this to refresh myself.
Don't drink. You're not even gonna listen. Why do I even try to keep you people safe?
Throw
It
behind my
doesn't
back.
matter. Here's some fucking acid while you're at it, you dick.
He's got endurance. He'll last.
Oh no, Harvey!
I mean, he's thrown acid in people's face before, or the equivalent. He threw holy water in Luna's face.
Moon is like, where the fuck are they? It's been months as the ice ball.
The ice balls just melted. There's ashes melted all over the table.
Like, we tried to preserve it as long as we could, but it was a bag of fucking ashes.
Bags are
Stupid assholes.
Wet bags are built to keep ashes in.
We gave it a funeral.
We told them to put it in a box made of metal
Did
that our
we?
forge can make.
Did we though?
Yeah.
Toss into the forge.
No!
Oh, they want to forge this ash. This must be the ashes they're defeated enemy. So they want to forge into fresh steel, of course.
Here.
All right. Now that we're back to sanity.
Are we though?
Why?
Center of town.
You found a thing. A book
Yes.
that you
We
burnt set on
found
fire.
an old guy. We found where a guy lives that knows how to close the night roads and open them whenever the heck he wants. So we should go find him so he can tell us how to do it so we can go close the night roads. But they want to go to the night road now, even though we don't know how to do anything with the night road.
No, I don't want to go to the night road now. No.
I mean, we're right here. Might as well see
We wanted
what's
to do
left in this.
a minor recon
I want to
of
see
the center of town.
I want to see the center of
Nothing
town.
like
Is that what that is?
the
a
same
night road?
kind of deal we did with Sorrow. We want to just a rough guess so that when we come here next time we have a bit more to go on.
Okay.
It seems reasonable. As long as it's just a peek.
Yes, just a peek. Nothing.
We don't want to get in over our head.
No.
Yeah, we don't want to be counting for him.
So shouldn't the stealthy guy do it?
Yeah.
Just
No,
No,
see,
because
I
if he has to talk to
mean,
somebody, then we're fucked. If this is a diplomacy check, we're screwed.
It's not a diplomacy. It's a stealth check.
What if it's like the old High King or some shit, and he's like a zombie now, and you have to talk to him so he doesn't kill us with a
Play
zombie army?
me the intro to Pokemon on a flute. Imagine.
He wants to be the very best. Like
There's so little context to half of what we talk about.
I couldn't even get half of this shit.
Our poor listeners.
They
I
know
don't
the
even-
comic we're talking about.
I don't
my,
even
my
say-
grieving mother!
Yeah.
7 legs.
Swirl and fines.
Swirls before pie.
Swirls before pie.
We're sorry.
Alright.
So
We're sorry.
I'm gonna do a
We're
small
sorry.
stealth recon, and I just want to know roughly some of the stuff that's in the center of the city. Like if I can see anything looks slightly important, anything.
There's far more undead in here.
Okay.
Standing, loitering, shoulder to shoulder, crowded. They're kind of constantly kind of walking in against each other.
Trying to go into the castle or
No.
nope. But is the castle in the center of them or
Near the center.
Near the center? Do I feel the presence of an uncreated?
No.
No.
Also, how would you know? That
I thought we could.
You can feel the cold breath.
Yeah.
That is the question you're looking
Yes.
for.
Sorry. That's yeah. Do I feel any cold?
No.
Okay.
Just
Do I
Imperial
sense?
worth 10.
Do I sense any life, like water flowing, like in-
Stagnant water from the water pipes and the like.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll come back and I'll basically retell you guys what I saw.
Were they still spider webs everywhere?
Was there still spider webs everywhere?
Not near the center of town. No.
No.
Tell me, what were the undead attracted to?
Music, right?
Yeah, it seemed like the music, and
Did you see the origin?
I don't believe so. No.
Was the music louder there?
Was it louder there?
No.
No.
It would only take about 11 days to count to a million.
Oh, there we go. You were wrong, Peter.
Eh.
Get wrecked.
For a competent person.
Fucking
Fair.
Christ.
Fair.
Again, if you had to rest in between, you probably
Savage.
had it out a bit.
Yeah.
Is that like non-stop?
Yeah. But he can basically do that because he doesn't have to sleep very much.
I only sleep for 45 minutes. So, 49 actually.
Yeah.
48.
It's like buddy.
Andrew doesn't have to sleep at all, so he can just sit there the whole time and be like, "Oh, continue."
I only need like a piece
Prove
of
it.
jerky every
Please
day.
continue.
Oh, you want to test me, Atreus? When two gods get in a petty argument.
Yeah, I don't need to sleep either.
I mean,
so
to be fair, he's won the last 15 arguments.
It's like, I'll be damned if he beats me on this one.
Number.
see, for the 58 minutes you're asleep, I'd just take over because I don't need to sleep, and then you.
One person can't count to a million. It's impossible.
No, he would just trick you. He would tap you on the shoulder, you would turn around, and it would be the Witch King, and then I would leave, sleep for 49 minutes, then tap you on the shoulder, and you would turn around and face me, and I would
fair.
continue counting.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure we can fool you for 49 minutes at a time that way.
That's fair. Andrew's even aware that you have to sleep or don't have to sleep.
We have talked about major plot points in the same room as Atreus, and he still is just like looking out a window, like contemplating life. Like, what is life?
Whenever you are ready to swap over with Ian, you just like, before I continue counting, I
My
need to
father's
talk.
name
No. It's like they're the stranger. I've always had problems with fathers, and they just kind of just stare off in the middle distance, and then Ian would take over.
Jesus.
Fucking
We
Lord,
put way too much
beautiful.
thought into this troll. We're back on the counting again.
Okay.
It's so beautiful.
Should we go back to the middle?
Go back to Cantown.
Put all this
Put
solve
the-
the rest.
Yeah. Put the books in proper order, and then
No, we just head to the ocean and find the thing.
yeah, I can find it. I just start searching the ocean. I have
So we don't
ocean
want to-
searching powers.
We tell Shark God to do it too.
So we don't want to do anything else in the town?
No, not at all. I don't want to upset anything that lives in here.
It probably knows we're here. We were twinging all over these spider webs.
Plus, I've been playing the flute for 15 days, and the Witch King counted to 1,000,000, which is possible. Like, let's not piss off whatever knows we're here.
Possible. Yeah, for all we know, these are anti-counters.
We could have just drastically shaped their world.
Yeah, they're like, what?
Well, the Night Road King is all like, huh, you can count to 1,000,000. It's actually possible.
He pulls his most trusted advisor. You told me you couldn't. Kills
It's just
him.
like an undead zombie, like, That's all you ever say to me. I don't even know who you are anymore.
They do that in Bloodborne or in Dark Souls 2 or 3, I think, where you're supposed to fight like the king or whatever, like the king of all souls who has like the hero soul or
I
whatever.
think this is Dark Souls 2.
Yeah, and when you go to fight him, he's just a mindless zombie that's gone hollow, walking around the room. You don't even have to kill him. Like, you just walk past him because he's lost his mind from being undead for so long.
That's sad.
It's pretty cool because in the first one you fight like a dude like him, and it's this big epic fight because he's like he controls the fire or whatever, and it's awesome.
Controls the sky.
But yeah, in the second one, it's like the world is crumbling and going to entropy so bad that like even someone like him has just lost every aspect of humanity from being hollow so long. And you just walk past him. He doesn't even attack you.
Wow.
I mean, we might as well figure out what's going on here, what sort of things are we dealing with. I mean, we have a sort of situation here, but there's just nothing here.
I did a rough recon. If you want to do a more in-depth recon, I guess, but I don't think we should.
All right. How set are you on poking at Andoraka?
I mean, this is our capital of Kalia. There might be...
On a scale from you don't care at all because it doesn't concern you, it'd be useful for you, or 3, this is the most important thing to you.
It'll be useful. It's not the most
1,
important.
2, or 3.
2.
2? If it was a 3, maybe. But if it's a 2, we can come back to it.
We have
If
all.
there's a saint here, I'm in. If you can prove to me there's a saint here, I'm in.
I mean, the Church of the One, right here, on the other side of the square, probably. Probably has some saints there. You know, the biggest,
I just feel
the
like
biggest church in Kel, yeah.
this place is crawling with undead and spiders, and we haven't seen a single one created, and that says something. Either this place is empty, or there's something here that the uncreated don't live with.
I mean, we could just check out the church. I mean, who would infest a church?
All the churches we've come across are
Everything?
infested.
Every church I've been to
One of the
has had
churches
something
we've
awful
been to
in it.
was a monster in and of itself.
Just like stuck its hands on the windows.
Yeah, the church was full of arms.
Because it is a church. Would that work?
No. No one gives a
The
shit.
very last church we encountered, a bunch of pale, chubby arms came out of all the windows and doors and got up and came in to attack us
And then
like a hermit crab.
Because the church itself was a
That's
monster.
I'm just saying, Ponderosa might be occupied.
What? Pale people infesting churches? That's his family?
Ian's family.
I mean,
Pale people in the church.
the resemblance is
Gingers wearing churches like hermit crabs. That's Ian's people.
He's not a ginger.
Look at how reddish that is.
She's totally white and fucking blonde.
Gingers are white, Nicole.
Gingers have red hair and freckles, Devin.
You're just gonna get the IRA angry.
What?
Anyway.
Even just one. One is one.
My beard's ginger.
It is.
I don't know. I kind of agree with Atris. It's not worth the dying, but we don't know what's here. Could
I'm
be
not saying
nothing.
we will die. I'm just saying it might be worth finding the Night Road information we want out at sea before we antagonize whatever may or may not live here. If nothing lives here, it's like
No, but see, first we can figure out what lives here, so that we can bring adequate force later. Once we have information about the Night
That's what we have
Roads.
scouts for.
We know something that utilizes music lives here. The first thing we ever fought that utilized music wasn't extremely tough, but it was still fairly violent.
What had music?
the thing that was inside of Lydia.
Yeah.
Oh, right. She sang. It was a
I mean,
song.
how do we know this is bad? Maybe this is some
It could be
defense mechanism from this place. I mean, it doesn't seem to be all that ravished, so...
Were the spiders? Didn't the spiders say they were really scared of the middle of town? Like you don't know
Yes.
if it's a dangerous thing there.
Wait,
Yeah.
like the middle of town doesn't have anything in it?
No, the spiders
Except
are
for
afraid of
undead.
the middle of town because it has a
Undead
lot of
and
scary.
undead
Yeah,
are-
dead.
Tansy.
Attracted there.
Tansy talked to the spiders.
Yeah,
so
and they're like, no, the middle of town, you don't go there. It's too dangerous. There's just fucking monster. Don't go there. They didn't say
Alright, I
monster,
mean,
but they
the
said
spiders said so.
Out of all of you here, I'm the one that can't be hurt the most. The rest of you are pretty much squishy.
so squishy. I could just.
Yeah, Tansy could just break each and every one of us except me the least. So,
I float away a few feet.
if we really want to talk to whatever lives here, why don't I just walk into the middle of town to the church and start yelling for someone to come and hang out with us? Using, I don't know, storms to make it loud.
that's
I mean, explore first
not
before we
bad
do.
idea.
I mean, whatever is here probably knows we're here.
We're 5 gods.
Yeah.
We've been here long
We
enough. that
burned
it must-
down a library, for fuck's sakes.
Whatever's here must be aware
And
of it.
counted to her.
And yeah.
We stood in a spot for like 11 days.
Okay. Yes.
And you have your undead and the magic
Yeah.
we've been throwing around.
Okay, then let's. If you
I
really
like
want to
this
do
idea.
it, Adina, we'll do it.
I like this idea because I want to know what's here. I have curiosity.
Yeah. I check out the castle. That might be something we can use there.
So we go towards the center of town.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want to check out the kingdom.
So, like, is Enderusha dangerous? Like, did it have a way to keep out things?
I mean, it was a capital. It was never attacked in my life, so I'm not sure.
Okay, because like in Darkon, a lot of the cities had ways to defend itself from invaders.
I thought
mean-
that that's what these angels are supposed to be.
They seem to just be music.
No, but didn't you say that it was a defense thing?
Oh, yeah, we have guardians or whatever they call them, but I've never seen them in action. Last time I've been around here was when the nobles were trying to take it back, and that's when my father died. So, yeah, not sure what lurks in here, but it doesn't look as bad as Sorrow.
I'm just thinking if you could shapeshift all you guys into rocks, then I could shoot you back to Canton. Yes! And they're just like, well, there goes the party.
That's a
I
bad
walk
idea.
a lonely road.
That's a bad idea because we don't have endurance to withstand the crashing into Cantown.
Well, I mean, I can,
10d6 through the chart.
I can just start flying before I hit the ground. So can you.
Yeah,
What
we
if we're
can
wrong?
just shapeshift out of rock form.
I'm
and
pretty
fly.
sure as long as I can still use gifts while I'm in rock form, I can fly.
Like, literally, not even Adina would be hurt by it, because she'd just be all like, and then I teleport through light to the ground, not keeping my velocity like this was Portal.
Yeah.
So, heading towards the center of town, eventually the spiderweb gives way to nothingness, aside from ruined buildings. Some of them have been destroyed by fire, some of them have fallen apart. A lot of them are splattered with blood.
What did the capital architecture kind of look like? Because we've only seen, like, remnants of, like, garbage on the outskirts.
Well, this is one of the oldest buildings. It had like pre-war or pre-calamity stuff here. So it's kind of crystalline in places. It's also been reinforced with a lot of stone because they had to rip out like the mechanical guts a lot of areas
That makes sense.
since it stopped working.
Elevators have to be bricked up.
Yeah, basically a lot of that. There's a lot of signs of the old kind of crystalline architecture. A lot of that color.
Crazy. Simple stuff like, you know, building paint that didn't chip off.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of store windows have been burst open and everything's been looted or destroyed. A lot of signs of battle. Acid burns that are still smoking.
Yikes.
But yeah, you get fewer signs are of spiders and more of just undead loitering about.
Are they paying attention to us?
No.
Like,
mean,
if I get
well,
close to one.
Yeah, they will start getting.
I have gifts for that.
Exactly. The moment you start, like, they're all lesser undead, so it's gonna be easy enough to deal with them unless you make them hostile. But
I mean, they're lesser foes. I don't ever have to worry about them.
exactly.
I'm an army killer.
There are things walking along among the crowd the closer you get, though. Two types of things. One are uncreated.
Oh.
These don't look like the intelligent ones that you've run into before. These are like weird masses of black tar and flesh,
Gross.
walking around on kind of reptilian limbs.
Scuttling about on their moon-shaped limbs.
Yeah, walking around the crowd of undead. And kind of like hurting them almost. And another thing are shadows of people.
Like,
On the ground, there's just shadows moving around or something?
No, walking around.
Oh, like 3D shadows.
Yeah. Walking around, not doing anything people-like, just kind of wandering around.
Are they
Yeah, what do you think of this?
What?
Are
No.
they undead? They're
No.
not ghosts.
No.
Look at those shadows.
If they were undead, they would be shadows. It's a type of undead.
Or just
No.
oh, yeah.
Shades.
Literally shadows.
Well, we've got our Lord of Night here, so
Stealth us. If you're not
use a
already.
miracle of night to figure things out. I know.
Or just like a, you know, attribute check of night.
Yeah. Can I figure out what these are?
They appear to be what's left of people. They're not undead. It's more like a trace amount of someone who's had something happen to them.
Oh. Interesting.
Soul residue.
Not an undead, but like a living person that had something horrible happen to them.
So I guess
That's
whatever,
perfect.
Oh, they
Wow.
can't see aside them. Damn it.
I guess whatever lives here just like sucks the life and the life of the people and leaves those husks around. I'm guessing.
Maybe.
I wonder
or-
how.
I mean,
Some
you're
kind of-
describing a vampire.
Or a spider. So spiders eat. They suck out your inside.
Yeah, but they don't leave you alive.
Well, I mean, like
Vampires.
a spiritual
Vampire. Yeah, but they don't leave things behind. Vampires drain something and leave something behind that moves.
Yeah.
As do ghouls.
You can see if your flute will do anything to them. Oh, excuse me.
All right, I'll play a few sick riffs on my flute with that song I've been learning for a while.
I know it's probably playing here already, but we can see if they react.
All the shadow things turn their heads towards you, and all those walking limb abominations stop and turn in your direction, roughly, because their limbs go in every direction.
Oh no!
Oh man,
They're all staring at you.
I'm kind of picturing almost amygdalas.
Okay, either
I'm almost picturing amygdalas for the masses, little reptilian things.
I don't know what those are.
Bloodborne, the big things.
Ah, possibly.
so either stop or never stop. You have two choices. Let's go with never stop for now.
One of those shadow things kind of clutches its head, and its face opens up into a single eye.
Oh man, it's looking.
It's black, and it's just staring at you.
Everybody back away from Matrix now.
This is my feeding ground. I'm going to ask that you leave.
I'm going to stop playing the flute, take up my pipe. So, one moment, just one moment of your time. I'm going to walk over to Adina and just, without touching her, guide her in front of me. You had some questions, right?
So, what are you?
Why would I tell you?
I mean, you're in our capital.
Your capital.
And Atris, by the way, is backing away very slowly, not to run away, just to not be part of this conversation.
This doesn't concern
This
me.
is a dead city, no longer populated by the living. It's certainly not populated by Akelians. That was spoken by another one of those shadows, which has also opened its face and is turned towards you. A lot of them, there's like a slick sound as their eye opens up.
Please tell. Why? Kevin?
And as they're talking, mouths start to open up along their limbs and their bodies, and they're all just murmuring in a cacophony of different voices and tones, whispering to one another.
Oh, there are undead here, now we have the Lord of Undead. Those are his people.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Oh.
They're your people. They're my food.
You consume the undead?
I consume all. All within my feeding grounds. All. That's spoken by another one, as more of them are turning their way, making their way towards you.
And just to be clear, the borders of your feeding ground are.
Everywhere.
Oh, that's wrong.
But for here, I am sated. There is plentiful undead. And they come when I call.
So you're responsible for the music then?
I took advantage of what was already here.
I don't want to be part of this conversation. Now I'm standing right next to Utena. Shit. At least I can fly.
I guess I'm going to use my sound check that I figure out where this thing might be, if I can kind of see it.
Yeah, it seems like a hive mind type deal.
Well, but maybe there's like some giant black mass oozing underneath the city that's just like,
It's like
pointing
these
over.
things out or something.
I don't know. Maybe.
Those males start laughing, all of them, when they figure out what you're doing. And something in the castle, in the palace in the center, you can feel it starting to get up. The ground trembles, and the statues start to sing louder.
Alright, Utena, hop on my back. We're just gonna fly on out of here.
Hey, you know those holes that opened in the world? Is there
Yes.
one in this city?
They all kind of laugh again.
They're not going to give us any real answers.
Well, I mean, if they don't care about the holes, then I thought.
Oh
maybe
my
they
god,
would.
Tansy, that's actually not a terrible idea.
Right?
We're only here because of the hole in the world. If you don't care about the hole in the world, and would let us at a later date close it, we would have very little reason to ever come back here.
I mean, really, what it's doing is making it so everywhere else is safer because it's calling all the undead here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry?
They're calling undead here.
Yes. And so is the Night Road.
See?
Yeah, I was hoping we would have to mention that the Night Road makes the undead.
It creates more. Endless amounts.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, it was a good idea up until that part where the hole in the world makes all the undead and this thing eats undead. Thus ensuring that it would definitely want to stop us.
Oh man, I wonder how pissed they would be if we just started slaughtering all these undead. I mean, we could do it pretty quickly. My lightning attacks everything. And they're all lesser. There would be like lightning storm and all the undead in like 100 feet. Lots of time to die. I mean, I don't say this out loud.
No.
The Witch King with an evil
No,
glint in
there's
his eye,
something-
just thinking.
There's something better. I've got a fire attack that does AoE damage. If something dies with it, it explodes in fire and it spreads.
Like a Diablo 2 poison necromancer.
It's a ring of fire.
Burn, burn, burn.
That's a burn.
I mean, I don't want to start threatening this thing, but we should start threatening this thing. Just make all the undead march out of town. It's like, what? Come back.
Yeah, we don't have a real way to provide this thing with undead after we seal off the thing.
I mean,
What if
we've
you
got the
were to
Witch King.
destroy
It also
the
doesn't
music?
just eat undead. It just said that's its most common food.
I mean, you know, it seems pretty happy with its most common food, and I'm guessing the other type of food it eats is people, and we definitely don't want to eat people.
Yeah, but I'm guessing these undead souls.
How about
are probably
crows?
going
Just some
right to
crows.
hell. Hey, would you guys eat crows?
I know these assholes are pretty fond of it.
Did you
I'm-
actually ask that?
No,
I mean, we
I don't.
probably
I think we've
should've.
moved beyond that because
The next
Tansy
step is
and
to
I-
start killing undead, if anything. Either that or just leave, because I don't want to deal with whatever that's getting up
so something's getting up.
in the castle.
Slightly. It's not continually
It's
getting
stirring.
up. It's
That's
just
fair.
to let you know it's here.
That's fair.
What? So now what it is.
Is it?
Would you eat crows?
Oh my god! They're not going to know about our magic crows, first of all.
They continue laughing at you.
Can we see where the music is coming
They're
from?
pretty
Like
big
the source
crows.
of it here?
No.
All the pipe organ angels.
Which are everywhere.
The city's full of statues that look like angels that give off music from pipe organs inside of them.
Okay.
All across the city.
Yeah.
All across the world, statues crumble for me.
Oh my god. I mean, could you just put like a ball of night around them all? So like, they don't make sound anymore, and then fuck these
That's
So
Sky,
this,
guys?
not
so this thing
night.
has to go hunting?
Yeah, wait, there's no good answer here. Let's leave. I'm leaving. I start floating away. Like, no. I float back and stand behind
Are we
H's.
done here? Adina, this
Brave
was
Witch
your.
Kings runs away, runs
This
away.
was your.
I never claimed to be
Brave
brave.
Sir Robin.
The king has to stay alive, you
Sir
know.
Robin ran away.
I think this is the first Monty
I didn't
Python
run away.
reference we've had in 20 sessions.
Good.
No, I've made "'Tis a Silly Place" jokes a few times.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Cancer, pure cancer.
Yeah, well, fuck you. Go fucking.
So, are we leaving now?
So I guess we can turn around and leave.
Adina, you're the one who wanted to talk to this thing, so talk
mean,
away.
you wanna
Well,
go
technically,
into-
Adina wanted to investigate what was here, and we certainly have done that.
We know it's occupying the palace. We know it's something big. Something with
The most
learned
important
everything
thing is it
we know.
knows that we're here.
Well, I think we're done here. We're gonna leave now. Bye.
Please don't leave the city and start
Those,
killing my citizens.
Eyes close back again, close up again, and those people just kind of walk back into the crowd of
Right.
undead.
I mean, they told us to leave, and now we are.
So
Yeah.
annoying. They didn't even say bye. There's no way to treat your future ruler.
Oh.
I say under my.
We're gonna go
That's
for round.
all.
Are we going
Yes.
for round 2
Oh,
yet?
yes, we are.
This is going to be round 2,
Yes.
the escalation where we have to get into a fight and one of us gets hurt.
We're not. It's not going to end in a fight.
Famous last word.
If we bring you
10 seconds
some
later.
more undead, will you grant us access to move through the city to search some of these buildings on occasion?
I'm not bringing them
No.
more souls.
This
Okay.
is my horde.
Okay.
This is my treasure.
Wait.
This is my city.
What? That word.
Horde.
What word was that?
Horde.
That you
Doesn't
used to
answer
describe
that.
the things you own?
A horde.
Did it say that?
Sure, why not?
No, like, that's... so many people... That's all interesting. What was that word you used to describe? Things you own? And you eat undead? And everything's made of night. Oh, I know what this is, guys. We should leave.
Okay.
I'm going with
Bye.
Atris on this one. Also, what is it? As we're walking away.
How many different words do you know for the word night or shadow? How many of you or your family are named after those words?
It doesn't answer personal questions, so it just
That's fair.
ignores you.
That's fair. Let's leave.
Leaving now.
Yeah.
Okay. Walk.
As we leave the city, Atris, care to explain?
What animal uses the word as hoard for personal goods it collects?
Only dragons.
Dragons.
Yeah.
What?
What type of dragon only eats undead?
Skeletal? No.
I'm
Probably no
assuming-
such thing
I'm
as dragon
assuming
varieties
shadow
in
dragons.
Does Ancalia
Oh.
have dragons?
I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
have dragons.
No.
So Tansy answered.
Yeah.
What's your answer?
I don't know, probably shadow dragons. Those exist.
I don't know, but I know there is a type of dragon that eats undead. And they're really fond of killing people and having treasure.
That's all dragons.
Not all dragons eat undead, only the one.
What?
And
type?
they're the worst.
I don't want to start saying dragons aren't real because I know I'm going to be proved wrong later in a later session, and you're going to hold that over my head forever. So I guess I've got nothing to say in this conversation.
Yeah, Kelly doesn't have dragons.
Yeah. Care to explain what a dragon is?
You don't have like... Okay, so you know on your map where it says don't go here because here there be you have that, right?
I don't think so. Pretty sure I've never.
Here be the night.
There's
They're
probably like mythical
really
stories.
big
Okay.
lizards that breathe fire, usually sometimes, and also they fly and they like treasure.
Imagine a person that's big and very, very greedy, but also shaped like a crocodile.
Like one of the elasmosaurs I've made?
Like the water torasks,
Yeah.
but very greedy.
Okay.
And what's this about shooting fire? Breathing fire?
They don't breathe fire.
They don't.
They breathe killing curses.
I mean, some breathe fire.
That sounds worse.
I don't know. I've never even heard or seen of that.
You live in a strange place.
I don't like these dragoons you speak of. That's it on purpose.
Very big, very greedy, very difficult to interact with.
Okay.
Not uncreated. They're not demons, I think. I have no idea what they are. I've only
It
ever
could be
talked to
some-
one.
It could be something different in this world altogether. Who knows?
Well, dragons
I
are
just know that the word horde is a very specific word. They love
to be
hoarding
fair,
things.
a horde is a term used for a group of zombies. That's a very common term in a place full of zombies.
I don't know.
their zombie horde. But they said it like it was their treasure, their hoard.
Yeah,
They
the
kept
fact
saying
that they're.
treasure.
Well, I don't know anything
There
about
is
dragons.
a treasure in
so I
the
can say out of
castle,
game.
maybe that's what
Yeah.
it refers to.
It sounds like dragons, kinda. I've never heard of dragon in any of my out-of-game trunks eating undead, but what do I know?
I don't know. It might not be that. It could be another uncreated king or some sort of eye, face, mouth thing.
I mean, I could just fly through a window of the
No,
castle.
no,
But
that's
we
just
what's
in
in
didn't.
there.
We didn't feel like we were.
Cold.
Maybe we're close enough.
Yeah.
Or did it engage us? Doesn't it have to engage us to activate cold breath?
Maybe.
Well, I guess if you want, we have someone that can sneak around to the castle.
No.
Let's just not antagonize this.
Yeah.
Because you guys always rely on the fact that you can fly. These things fly better than you.
Yeah. No.
These things are like angels of death, the size of a small town.
So just normal giant angels?
I don't know how to articulate it. They're like
Okay.
they're like the end of the world in a living body.
Yeah, let's avoid this, and...
Why don't I just think of them like wizards, but also they're not people? Because they're just wizards, but they're just really greedy lizard wizards.
So they must be intelligent.
No, yeah. Yeah, they're like
Only
really smart,
wizards. Wizards
and
are very
they're really mean or not. I don't know, it depends on the one.
She sounds
It's
like
best
she's
not to think about them as actual living creatures. It's best to think about them as a curse.
That's racist.
Well,
If you're wealthy enough, if you're prosperous enough, and if you're if you're arrogant and have enough hubris, a dragon will come to roost in your life and ruin it all and take it all from you.
Maybe dragons are different where you come from than what I come from.
I don't know. I just know that they're
Like-
a hubris lesson,
Well, I guess
which makes sense why the Italians wouldn't have it in their culture.
We have nothing to keep our hubris in check.
It makes perfect sense why they don't have a legend about some hubris thing ruining their shit.
I mean, it's called
I
the
mean-
Shattering.
Yeah, you guys ruined your world. It's
Yeah,
not like
we
you tell
broke our
stories
own-
about fucking. It's not like your people would have stories about maybe taking it down or keeping your power in check or respecting nature.
I didn't ask to
I
be
guess the
born
way you're
interest.
thinking of dragons is probably how like farmers would think of dragons. That's probably where it's disconnecting. Like I think of dragons because like I know about them or whatever, but like you're just a guy.
I've only met one.
Yeah, you're just a little sailor guy.
And-
So of course they seem like they're these giant over the top things.
And it ended the world for where we were interacting with.
I mean, lots of worlds died.
It just wiped out the capital. It sunk it into a pit.
Okay.
That sounds really familiar.
Well, at any rate, I guess we'll need to come prepared. So we'll probably need to make some artifact to combat its cold breath because you could feel it around even for its minions. And maybe we'll have to
I don't
figure
think
out.
we did feel any cold breath.
From those things, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
from those
Those
things.
they were created.
Yeah. So we know we didn't uncreated something.
They just seem like mindless uncreated as opposed to the.
Yeah. So probably whatever is bigger there has more of that. I'm guessing.
Oh man, I don't want to fight an uncreated mutant demon dragon of doom.
I mean, if it's night, then Yara can counter it with night. I can counter it with the sun. If it's undead, you can counter it with the undead, and those two can punch it or shoot it. So I think we're pretty good.
Let's not fight this now. Let's deal with the Nitro problem first, and let's circle back to this at a later
I mean, yeah, but the plan is we go figure out how to close Night Road. Then we go here to test.
Well, we're
the
not
Night-
closing that night road. That'd be like closing the Sorrow Night Road.
Yeah.
It's a big problem that would cause the countryside to be ravaged if we were to poke it too hard.
Well, we don't really know any other Night Roads.
We'd have to find another one. One
We
that
don't-
isn't covered in garbage.
Yep.
Also, we can't start with the biggest ones. We can't risk
Yeah.
I mean,
that kind of damage that those
we
can
could
do.
turn it on. We go.
This whole conversation is on our talk to Cantown
Yeah.
while we're walking to Cantown.
We're gonna go to Cantown.
Yeah.
We're gonna remake the library. We're gonna find Ceasefire.
Unremake the library.
No.
Ceasefire is the important thing, guys.
Oh yeah, probably. If it's in the castle, I think the castle should have been warded. The question is, can we turn those wards against it, and then it might be powerless to resist.
The wards are still up.
How do you know it didn't
No.
hollow out your nation's heart and live inside it like a pit of despair? Feeding on the grandeur of your civilization while still eating out from the inside, weakening it and making it a hollow shell if it once was. Only looking pretty on the outside to all things that it would, so that it can covet the beauty of it, while the inside has nothing of substance and is a curse on the land.
You should write poetry.
Do you think?
Yeah, you're really poetic.
Thank you, Tansy.
I think you have to read too much metaphysical stuff on it, where it might be just another uncreated.
Dragons are like... It's like a maggot. And your country are like blue hens. They're a breed of hen we had. They're stupid. In that if they sit too long on the ground, the maggot will go up inside and eat it, and it'll just sit there, die, not even realizing that it's inside of it.
That's horrifying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you gotta be careful if you're a farmer. Blue hens are dumb. Don't keep them. Just get, I don't know, coppercocks or red breeds. They're smaller. They don't give up as much meat or eggs, but they're just much less trouble.
Yes. On that note, I think we should move to the spire because
Yeah, you and Shark God Monster Man should be
Yeah.
able to find it.
yeah. So I guess we go to
So,
what is that?
where is
called?
it? In...
We leave Andarasha, Kevin.
Yeah.
We leave
Yeah.
it and do not molest it.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Because we do not want it to molest us.
that's fair.
And after recreating the library, we'll go to
Shara?
Northeastern.
Is it Ashara?
Escara?
Ascar?
Okay, the question is, where is the thing? Because Asgard is on the south, by the river, and we're supposed to go northeast, and going to Asgard doesn't help us much.
We'll go back to Cantown. We'll
Yeah.
unburn the library. We'll get in touch with Shark God.
Yeah.
And him and our amazing sea god will try to locate the sea spire.
You know who would be more likely to be able to know where this thing is the Fey Court. Just as a heads up.
Okay.
Really?
Seeing as this was a first age thing.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
smart.
that's true.
That's smart.
Oh,
Okay.
Ladyface wanted art.
Ladyface.
Which
From the
lady?
Fae.
The rich lady at the
From the
spire.
Fae.
Yeah.
They like art. That
Okay.
was her thing. I think it was the girl.
And
that
stupid
liked
dumb
art.
Atreus would know that because he spent like a couple weeks with them learning how to read
Yeah.
and write.
Okay.
We're gonna get a free
So
boat.
we'll go to the fake.
We'll go to Ladyface, Kevin.
Okay.
I don't even remember who
And
was
then
the lady
after
who
I'll
was doing
visit
art.
wife.
But
I'll visit wife. You
Oh,
should
which-
visit wife before.
quick, Anthony. What's her name?
Aster.
Thank you.
I'm gonna visit Wife King.
Okay, so you'll visit her, and the rest of you will go speak to the Fey Court.
Yeah.
I wasn't actually gonna go visit her.
No, you're visiting.
Okay,
her.
then-
Okay, I am visiting
Oh
her
yeah,
now.
no,
You're
you're
visiting
visiting her. You need to visit.
It's been 11
It
days.
doesn't
So
have to happen on screen if you don't want. It can just be happening.
it's happening. It's
Wife
happening,
King.
bitch. Not Wife King. I see
All
my
right.
Wife King.
Hello, Ladyface.
Archaeologist, Faye, the Institute.
Okay, one sec.
Sure. I will pause while you swap over the track. And we're back.
Okay, so you arrive at the Fey Court, and
The Institute.
yeah, oh Jesus, but that had a crescendo. And they usher you into Non's portion of the building. The archaeologist.
Perfect.
So yeah, they enter. This is kind of a small court almost, like everyone's along the sides of this room. And Non, dark hair, elven ears, purple hair, is on her enormous walking throne. Her head's kind of tilted to the side, book in her lap, and she is clearly asleep. She has like a scribe at her side who's taking down notes, and he's like, "Oh, my lady is meditating at the moment. May I help you?"
Snoring.
Yes. We are looking for
The
a
Prince
wizard's...
The Prince of Roses.
Yes. It's not necessarily them, but their art gallery.
So there's a wizard that has a large tower out in the sea full of art from other places, and they call themselves the Prince of Roses.
Non immediately wakes up. She's like, "Wait, what? Oh, so you've heard that name?"
Yes, we were in the capital, and we found it in books.
A whole book of them.
He was quite the fascinating person back in the day. Very, very avant-garde, very with things.
We want to break into his wizard tower and steal his knowledge about closing night roads, because he was a night road person.
Ah, yes, a theurge. And you wish to know where this place is?
Yep.
A moment.
And if he's not there, we'll also rob it a little and bring it back here.
Don't say wrong. Say loot.
So we'll survive it a little and bring what we find back here.
kind of sways her hand in front of her, and a screen appears. She jots in a few things, and that same screen appears in front of her scribe. He takes that, folds it back up, and hurries off. And when he returns, he has like an old map with him. It's wrapped in plastic, from the looks of it, so it's waterproof.
Smart.
His art gallery was, she reaches to her side and pulls out a pen, a felt pen, and just kind of marks on it. Yes, there was a ferry that used to take us across the ocean there. It's not too far.
Tansy's like looks like she's confused, like points at Yara and them, like, huh? Like a fairy?
Like one of
Yara?
them just carries them on their
right?
shoulder.
Yeah, she's like, huh?
Like a
You sound
paddle
like a
boat.
pack mule.
Like a paddle boat, Tansy.
And you are bringing art back, quite possibly?
Possibly.
If you can, yeah.
If the place is in good shape, please let me know. I would love to know if it's worth digging things up.
Oh, yeah, because it probably has all of its displays and defenses there, so you can just occupy it and take it.
Indeed.
Because it's already an art gallery, by the lore we read.
Never quite... I doubt it would have defenses. This wasn't a industrial or official building. It was an art institute. But regardless, one can hope that it has lasted the years. Likely it rose when everything else did.
Oh.
Perfect.
Would you be interested in the Uncalian library? Because we scavenged a large one.
Does it have books going back to the pre-collapse?
I think the
few,
private
yes.
section did, yeah.
We would be willing to take a look and see if anything's missing from our own archives.
Perfect. We burned it all to the ground and put it in an ash ball, and it's in Cantown, and we're going to put it back together when we get back there.
She nods.
Piece by
She
piece.
kind of looks at her people. The people look back at her, and she's like, yes, that sounds like a thing.
I take a piece of paper, burn it in my hand, and unburn it.
Yes, that seems about right. Very well, go with my blessing.
Perfect. Thank you. So, Yard, you're the ocean man.
I'll take
Ocean up the location from the map.
I'll take the map and then I guess we'll
Where
just
is
start going on the water and I'll
Do you have a boat?
I mean,
Like, not a magic boat, just a boat.
Let's make an ice boat.
Unfortunately,
ice boat.
no.
Ice boat.
Duct tape both.
we can
Ascara gave you a boat before, so...
Ascar will give us a
We'll
boat.
take their boat.
so whereabouts is the location?
In the northeastern area, it doesn't need to be precisely. on
Okay.
there.
Plus, if we go to Asgard, they'll probably have a new delivery of suicide drink.
Yes, true. So I guess we'll go
Forgot you called it that.
we'll go through Asgara.
Get our boat
Get a
and
boat.
a crate of suicide drink.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're just like, yeah, take one, go ahead.
Thank you.
They're
And,
doing well as usual. They're looking
Fishy?
shark-like, yes.
More and more fishy every day.
Yeah, black eyes now, like sharks, and they're just like, yeah, go ahead.
Like a doll's eye. It's not alive unless it's giving us things.
So
Yeah.
would you like to give it some buttons?
And yeah, they there's a dock there, so you can easily push off and leave. Do you take any crew with you, or
We probably take 2 skeleton squads for no real reason.
Someone needs to be on man the
Yeah.
boat.
Yeah.
We'll take a skeleton crew.
Fucking kill me. End me.
Smite.
Whoa,
Fucking
wait,
done.
that might actually work because you can raise undead. So just raise a few Jolly Rogers.
they're a type of undead? That are
When sailors die,
Wait, really?
Well, when sailors die at sea, like on the shoals or when their boats break, they come back as a type of vengeful murderer called a Jolly Roger.
Okay, so I'll leave
They,
my...
they know how to run ships.
Yeah, just
I'll
pull
leave
undead from the
Check the
torrents
river.
under Ascara, because they have the...
I think it might even be a skeleton variant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I guess I'll leave my squad behind in a safe, locked room.
We'll just leave them in Cantown.
We're fine.
So you've done the
I'll
roll.
pick them up, and like a caber, I'll caber toss them back to Cantown.
I hope that armor's gonna be okay.
I mean,
Fine.
I mean, it's magic armor. It's
Yeah.
probably fine.
And
Alternatively, we just pack them in the keel of the ship, so you can animate them when we're done with the Jolly Rogers.
Yeah, I do that instead, so I can actually use them for attacking and shit.
Just stack them in the on shelves.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of beds down there that none of us are gonna use.
Death gods.
Yeah.
All right, you raise Jolly Rogers.
The sea around here is significantly less stormy than it once was. It's actually pretty smooth sailing once you get past Saro's area. Just constant water rushing in there.
I'll use the word of sea to help our travels along, as well as using the word of sea to scout for anything in the water that could be a threat to us, or scouting ahead to just, pinpoint exactly where this tower is, in case it's, off a little bit on the map.
Atris works with the crew to run the ship.
I shall channel Sky to make sure that we have clear weather and the wind is always at our back.
Causing terrible hurricanes elsewhere.
Not my problem!
Burn the ship down.
The go fuck yourself effect.
Somewhere in the Ways Estates, they're just like, oh god, why is there a typhoon? What is this?
A
My
butterfly
God.
flaps its wings, startles a gazelle that runs into a rhinoceros that gets into a phone booth and puts out a hit on you.
The first ever typhoon in Denmark.
Also, us and the bloodthirsty skeletons, we gamble all the time.
I wager you 10 years.
It's ridiculous how quickly we fall into being sailors.
About a day into your trip, or actually 2 or 3 days, once you're far enough out into the ocean, you hear singing over the edge of the boat.
It just perks up. No way.
What?
Everyone, get beeswax.
I don't have beeswax.
Oh, and I'll get a can of really old oily beeswax. Guys, put it in your ear.
Ugh.
What?
Oh,
I mean, I'm gonna do it.
yeah,
Do it.
yeah.
Do it.
No.
Put the beeswax in your ear.
I'm just gonna shapeshift so I don't have ears.
I'll just keep yelling at you louder and louder.
I can't hear you.
Adina,
Why?
I just put wax
put
on
the beeswax in your
Put
ears.
wax in your
Why?
ears.
Because they're sirens.
What don't you understand about this?
Okay, they're gonna sing a song that's gonna make you want to
What
kill
are they?
yourself.
Is he explaining what they are? What are they? I can't hear
I'm gonna start
anything.
trying to put beeswax in your ears with my man hands. I'm gonna start fingering your ears with
Melt.
beeswax.
And we just got banned.
I mean, don't they only affect male sailors?
No, Adina, that's not true.
No, they swing both ways. They swing both ways.
Ah.
They're a very progressive.
They're hot
race.
chicks that go both ways, Adina. Put the beeswax in your ear.
I mean, I can still melt it.
Put the
Fire out
beeswax.
my ear.
Tansy. Okay.
I probably did it
Don't make me fight you.
I probably did it immediately.
Yeah, there's women and men actually that resemble Ankelian people on the side of the boat, just kind of holding on.
Yeah, the
Singing.
Jolly Rogers is not going to affect.
I'm gonna
Oh, yeah,
look
no.
over the side and wave.
Yeah,
Put beeswax in my
I'll be
ears.
waving at them too.
I was
After I'm
gonna
done
wave
fighting
too.
Adina.
They kind of reach out to you with gentle hands, hip, dark skin, but very smooth looking.
Use Sky to freeze the water around them.
We don't have to. We don't.
I'm not killing them,
sign
just trapping
language.
them so a shark will eat them. That's not me killing them, that's Mother Nature.
I mean, they're killing people and we'll,
I will get a
sail
10-foot pole, and I will start prodding at them at the side of the boat, going, "Shoo! Shoo! We know your tricks! Shoo!
They look so sad that you're hitting them with sticks.
Get out of here! Scram!
I'll start waving at them.
They should be lucky that it's a stick. If it was me, I would have used a cattle prod to just hit the water instead.
Finally, you
I can
smack them
actually
away,
do that.
and they pull away from the boat. And one props herself up on a rock, and you can see a single tear trickling down her face. Still singing mournfully.
I'll wave goodbye.
Yeah, same.
There's a lot of them.
I
Should
bet
we,
there are.
should we kill them so they don't kill other people?
I don't know if there is a kiln in Freemason Eeples.
What?
What?
One thing you will notice, though, if you got a close... Well, you have good eyes, so is that they kind of vaguely resembled what you saw happening to those people in the church when they were trapped underneath the water.
Oh, but not dead.
Yeah.
What?
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 So this is not in character. What people in the church?
Remember in the first church we went to where there were people trapped inside the temple and they were all underwater and their corpses were getting all fishy and stuff and it was weird? And the Witch King and I took care of them all?
I remember
Yeah.
one person had black blood.
Yeah, they had black blood. They weren't bloated. They were instead very kind of pale and had dark eyes.
Yeah, zombie maids.
Yeah. These ones clearly aren't undead, but they look a lot like that.
Mermombies.
So yeah, and these aren't like they're all like kind of beautiful in that way, but they're all various people in various ages and stuff like that. And yeah,
Not today, Ocean.
they look so sad. But yeah, you sail on away from them.
Aww.
I mean, you can still jump to them.
They start falling in like dolphins.
We all know very well.
And yeah, eventually, after
The Jolly Rogers will tell us when they've stopped singing.
Oh yeah,
What?
they're using terrible pirate bone puns.
Oh my god, they're great. Pirates, serial killer
You
skeletons.
can't come up with a single pirate bone pun.
I have dignity.
You say that.
What is that like?
So I guess we're
Feels pretty good, man.
That's good.
Feels pretty good, man.
so I guess we're leaving Galia forever.
I've ever heard
And
that.
sailing off the dark night. Have our adventures.
Off the edge of the world.
Not these problems.
At one point, you do see another ship passing by, like way off in the distance,
I
like
think it
far
was
further from Ancalia than you are.
Cool.
And the moment they see you, they like full sail and float off in the other direction.
They're like,
Aww.
Those raiders.
Look.
Mustang
They probably had a
scared
spyglass and saw the crew.
No, they're from the.
They're like,
Yeah.
whoa.
There's a bunch of skeletons.
You
running
better
away.
believe in ghost stories. You're about to be in one.
The good news is
man,
this is a
we
trader
should've had
ship
a
from
good
the
ship.
archipelago.
Oh.
Note to self:
Pirate
good
land.
ship.
Oh, good. They're like, oh no.
Yeah, it's full of merchant princes and pirate princes. And yeah, they just immediately are like, no.
I guess
Did
we'll
they
do
see the
some
crew?
light signals to them. We'll hail them.
Spyglass, they saw the crew on
They're
board.
trying to
They're-
seduce us over. Oh my god, aren't the cannons?
I mean, if we really want to talk to
Can
them,
we
let's
really
just-
should never
anything?
put down
Like,
a chance to
if
die.
we use the spyglass on them, can we see anything?
There's someone in the other crow's nest with a spy's glass yelling at them to go.
I'll wave.
And everyone's like manning the deck and full sail.
I'll use my
Well,
sons.
I will put up the skull and crossbows flag. We
No,
prepared.
no, I fight him on that and try not to raise it.
We don't want them to get close.
I zap it with lightning, disintegrating it.
And we're burning a cross on our
We're
line.
already, we're already kind of pushing it with how close they are because there is a quarantine around Ancalia. So they're just trying to save time
And
by
they see
skimming
it.
it close and like, oh my god.
They
Oh
see
my God.
They see one Ancalian bone ship and they're like, oh,
One
fuck
Italian
no.
ship full of pirate serial killer skeletons with a burning Jolly Roger.
Oh no, they have
Like
the
all
boats
the rumors
now.
were true.
Like
We
the
should
second
really
they
be.
see the ship, a burning Jolly Roger goes up and they have to start flying away.
They're like, oh no!
They're like, it couldn't actually be that bad in Cali. It's probably just off again. Oh
And yet,
no!
the undead have figured out boats now.
Oh no!
Like the Jolly Roger skeletons are wearing clothes and have bandanas and eye patches and knives in their
Yeah,
teeth.
they think it was either an Ancalian ship full of ghosts or it's a raider from the Yulstangs who's taken an Ancalian boat.
That's also reasonable.
Can
Either way, they don't want to fuck with
I
them.
mean, I could fly over there and talk to
Do they
them.
have anything?
yeah,
Leave them
do
alone.
they have
No,
anything of
I kinda
value on their ship?
I kind of
Oh
want
my god.
Then we'll have two boats.
They're a trade ship, so they probably have, you know, sugar,
There's
spice,
no-
and tobacco.
There's,
I mean, what was that last part?
Atreus, you don't understand.
They
On
will
the
smoke.
ocean, there are no laws.
Okay, Witch King, how much was blow them closer?
So you can stab any of these people.
I
You
mean,
hear
it
that,
wouldn't be
Tansy?
looting if we needed it. It'd be surviving. So let's survive that ship.
There you
Using the
go.
powers of sea
No,
and
okay,
sky.
let's move
No,
on.
we're not gonna chase them
Why
down.
can I stab?
Because there's no laws out on the
There's
sea.
no laws on the ocean.
There's no morality when you're on the ocean.
No, there's still morality.
Really?
But I mean, we're friends.
That's
right,
interesting.
Tansy?
Let's say Idris has a bandana on. He's gambling with skeletons.
It's like, but it's not illegal to gamble in Ancalia, but now it feels dirty.
Look at how dirty these dice and cup are. Yeah. I think
Liar's
mold.
dice.
I think there's mold on this one. So authentic.
So with the word of sea and sky?
we go
We could
to
just
the thing.
Oh.
Well,
I
jolly
mean, we could
adventure.
just fly and surf there if we really wanted to.
Pirate.
What, Pikachu surf?
Yeah, well, he's
Yeah.
like got the word of sea, and I've got sky, so Pretty sure you can make like an ice board and just super surf or something.
I could have just dropped to the bottom of the ocean and walked.
Yeah, but you're not gonna catch a fucking boat at full sail like that.
Breath of the Wild style, I would have just walked and then my climb meter would come up when I get there.
They live this time, I guess.
And eventually, off in the distance,
Flaming
a tower rises up.
Like it's not rising as we're walking.
No, as we go over the horizon, Tansy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Horizon.
it is.
Yared starts hitting his head.
now?
Well, yeah, there's going to be low spots and high spots on the ocean.
So you mean waves?
Thump,
Yeah, so some parts of the ocean are bigger than the others. That's
Thump.
why it goes up like that.
thump.
Oh, you
We
know
went
so
over
little
this
about the
already.
ocean, Adina.
Didn't we already go over this with the oil and the water?
I know. It's
We already taught
sad.
this lesson.
Just ignore it, Witch King. Just ignore it.
Oh no, not the boat thing again. Things can't come over the horizon in a flat world, Kevin. Stay consistent. This is why I thought it was round.
They totally can. Different parts of the ocean are higher than other parts.
That's not how water works.
How would you know, Landwalker?
Oh, Lord of the Sea.
Name the last 3
How
times
does it
you've lived
work?
on the ocean.
Just
Now, that other time
Yared
we're on the water.
just dives into the water and ties himself to the underside of the ship and stays there till the end of the
Jared
journey.
dives into the water and kills himself.
I can breathe underwater.
I
I'm
unbound
fine.
the word of sea so I may drown in peace.
I reject Christ.
Oh no! Going to sinking into it like lava for some reason.
It comes up over the horizon, Kevin.
Okay, we good. Okay, so it's a giant black crystal spire rising up into the sky, and wrapped around it are roses. Like giant roses, small roses. They're all like red and black.
Made of, like, plant?
Yeah, made of plants.
Aw.
Giant thorns on them. Yeah, and they're just not quite encasing the tower, but wrapped firmly around it. And
Is
oh,
there a part of the tower that's for boats?
Yeah, there's a dock at the front. Between that and the tower itself appears to be a hedge maze
Huh.
made of roses, and it all looks well manicured.
So there's a hedge maze, like on the land around the tower?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, and it looks like it's been cared for.
I guess we'll pull up and dock, drop anchor, put the sails down, tie it off.
Hop on to land and I'll.
I guess
Hello?
you can have a look
Hello?
to see what's there.
Get no answer back.
That sounds about right.
Sunside, what do I see?
This entire thing is magical. You can't see inside.
Well, I think there's nothing on the outside.
Are there any animals living here?
Actually, yes. This entire area seems like, the grass is green. There's small animals in cages.
Oh.
Birds and rabbits.
Still alive?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So someone's caretaking this area. Yeah.
Can I climb on top of the hedge maze?
Yep.
Nothing bad happens?
Nope.
It's no cheating in the maze.
Let's
Fucking
burn
giant
it.
hand comes down.
Yeah, it's not a exceedingly complicated. Actually, the back half appears to be way more complicated than the front half, which is more of a delightful little. Oh, we go this way and this way, and we're good.
I'll just walk the maze then. I'll walk on the ground the maze.
Okay.
I mean, mazes are simple.
Yeah.
Just follow one.
Yeah. If you're climbing it, actually, there's small little treasure chests at certain dead ends.
Little booze and tobacco.
Actually, yeah, these little ornate bottles of liquors and little treasures that are not quite expensive.
Is the maze bigger than a mile in radius?
Yes.
Well, I can only see a mile from bird's eye view.
It's not that hard to walk around.
Hey, you get your top-down view map.
Yeah, I can.
Oh my god, you have a mini
I
map.
can literally just like make a little map and be like, it's this way, guys.
Cute. That's actually cute.
I mean, the two of us have that.
Yeah, in the front half where it's simpler, there are little paved white stones that kind of lead to a central pavilion that is paved. And there is a little tray in the center with small pastries on it.
And I eat those.
Oh yeah, they're fresh.
Like, I take tourist stuff and I eat things.
Yeah, there's like a small refreshments table. This place looks like it's as good as the day. Like, this is something you recognize. It's,
Yeah.
Just an art gallery.
This this place is pretty nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, the birds are all from the first stage. They're all, bred to be beautiful, perfect song.
Genetically engineered.
Yep.
This one glows in the dark.
Yeah, they actually sing together to form a tune.
Oh wow.
The rabbits are pastel colors, and
Neat.
So cute.
I'm gonna.
Oh, hey! No, the crows will just eat all of them anyways. Never mind.
No, I was gonna say.
They wouldn't survive outside of
I
this reality.
transform into a rabbit, and I'll ask, when was the last time you were fed?
a day ago,
Okay.
says the 5-pack-a-day rabbits.
Right, that's so
Don't
great!
love it.
It's like just keeping
Damn.
their money. It's like,
Every day, it's just a perfect meal. Precious memories.
oh no!
Oh no.
No! Perfect. Good buddy.
No.
No, I haven't shared a cage in a while with someone. So.
I just untransform out of a rabbit, and I just start walking back to the boat. Bye, guys. I don't even tell you guys what the rabbit said. You see me transform into a rabbit, untransform, and then just start walking away.
I mean, I understand all that. I understand animals.
That's fair.
It's a delicate little sign you're that says, please don't pet this rabbit.
Makes sense, yeah.
Oh my.
Please don't interact with this one.
Just no.
I transform into a rabbit, making them baby rabbits.
So
Rabbits
there's.
do breed a lot, though.
Yep.
Oh man.
Go on, yeah, have children and kill them.
I wasn't
No.
saying he should do it. I was saying we should ask if we could keep some rabbits.
They probably died there in this island.
It's good meat.
Reality will grind them to pieces.
I mean, they're just bunnies.
I'll knock on the front
Genetically
door.
engineered bunnies.
Knock on them, they're solid crystal, and they just slowly sway in, leading
Wow.
to perfect darkness.
Well, I can
Right.
see through it.
Okay. Inside is a gallery.
Oh,
The entrance to the gallery.
very nice. I'll.
Statue with a fountain.
Do I sense any traps or anything, or can I notice?
You have sense traps?
I have, as one of my facts, studied traps and explosives with one of the top assassins of Ancalia.
No, there's not traps leading into this public gallery.
Didn't think so, but I didn't know. Always be safe.
I mean, you have to keep those kids on toes.
Well, I didn't know if, when shit hit the fan, he started trapping his gallery when people stopped coming. But yeah, I'll walk in.
Okay, Aether lights flicker on and light up this gallery.
We've come to speak. The Prince of Roses?
Yes.
We've come to speak with the Prince of Roses!
Lights start flickering on all the way up to the top of the tower, quite a ways up, and they make like a resounding clapping sound when they do. And liquid starts to drip down into fountains at the end, just flowing down, and it's like liquid static, like TV static, all colorful. It actually makes that humming sound.
So weird.
And Aetius drinks it.
The center is a statue. It is a marble bust of a man, muscular, wrapped in rose vines, and instead of a head, he has a TV screen.
Oh.
Like a, rabbit ears
Yep.
style TV.
I have no idea what I'm fucking looking at.
Most of you wouldn't
Box
actually.
head.
Unless you know anything of like the Bright Republic traders that would come in with like hardened televisions and stuff like that.
It's like
probably not
a man with
Well-
a box on his head, but he has like antennas, so maybe it's a radio.
You know, pre-shuttering stuff. I learned about
Yeah.
the pre-shuttering stuff, so we know something.
It's like a picture radio kind of.
Like the bricks we found in the factory?
Yes.
Similar, yes.
Oh,
Okay, and when you say that, would you mind pausing for a second? I just have to find something.
And we're back.
Yeah, those Aether lights start to glow in various soft colors that reflect off each other. And that statue in the center animates. Moves its fingers, turns its head towards you. I am the Prince of Roses, and welcome to my gallery. The first guest I've had in so long.
It's an honor to be here. We're glad to see you're doing well.
He steps off that platform, like he's on high heels, like he's on the very tip of his feet. Quite well. The past few years have had such a inspirational tone for them. I feel like I've had my muse renewed. So what brings you here? Curiosity of the arts?
Curiosity of your trade.
To an extent.
Trade.
Well, we've heard stories that you're quite the explorer. You go to other worlds.
In my earlier years, yes. Before I found those other worlds to be dreadfully uninspired. Same things over and over again. Ruin, or enlightenment, or... Well, that's all been brought here now.
And that's why we seek your guidance. We just want to stop whatever came into Ancalia from staying here.
Oh, I know what you want. The Night Roads.
Yes.
You do know that simply having this ritual isn't enough. You must have someone capable of using it.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, perhaps I'd be willing to let you in on the secrets. But simply handing it over would be quite boring, no?
Well,
And-
we just might.
A game.
Oh.
I like games.
Oh, your kind does.
Yes.
If you can find it, let's have a treasure hunt. If you can find it in here, then I shall allow you the secrets.
Find what?
The ritual, of course.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab his head.
Okay.
I found it!
He puts 2 fingers to your lips. Close.
I mean, I did, though. It's in there.
That's true.
It is. Not quite what I had in mind.
Credits roll.
I mean, you do have it.
He's
in
like, oh,
mind.
I'm so fucking dumb.
He's like, damn! You should call me on a technicality!
Is that what I had in mind? Yes, you do have it in your mind. Double.
Time's just like, darn.
Or a darn.
Okay.
Oh yes, search my gallery. Appreciate my arts. And when you find what you're looking for, well, it's all yours.
Thank you.
Let's.
He steps back onto that platform and becomes inanimate again.
Wonder if he's real.
That might have worked. Sometimes that's
Sure.
actually the answer.
Very good, Tansy.
Mm-hmm. Clever.
Very clever.
And
Like a fox.
that TV screen
Like a
becomes
crow.
a blueprint of the first floor of the building. And it's got a little picture of each of your heads, like all 8-bits. Yeah, an 8-bit version of each of your heads in the center, bleeping.
If only this was in some sort of side-scrolling format.
I'm gonna start slowly meandering through the library, like or not library, the gallery, appreciating, like stopping and actually looking over and appreciating the art and different things.
There's a lot of photographs on the wall here. Snapshots of various things, odd things, some things that are kind of like indescribable.
Things like not of this world and whatnot.
Yeah, and others
Yeah.
are just like close-ups of a head or someone's eye.
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at all the pictures and the reflections of the pictures. And also, I'm gonna be like seeing for something behind the pictures.
Yeah. Also, the walls behind the pictures, like the entire crystal spire lights up like an LED light, and it starts showing like the entirety of Ankelia around you, but rapidly being built up and going down.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like from pre-collapse to Ankelia to the Night Road. It's opening. And occasionally there's visions of like you guys kind of floating in the background in various poses that you guys haven't made.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna take my time and enjoy the gallery slowly. I just assume Tansy or someone will find it, so Yard's just enjoying the gallery.
There's a switch behind one of the photos.
Haha!
It's a photo of a switch, and behind it is the actual switch.
Wow, subtle.
What is it? Do when I do it?
It's a trap.
It opens up like right beside where a door is. The wall folds open like a door into a proper room.
Hey guys, look what I found!
Okay. Let's go.
What's in the room?
Okay, there is a stage inside. The rest of the room is covered in black velvet that makes it all dark. There is an audience here of more alabaster statues, all in various poses, looking like they're enjoying themselves.
Do they have the TV heads too, or do they have regular heads?
Some of them have no heads. Some of them have roses, like bunches of roses.
Okay.
On the stage, there are 4 more of those statues pointing towards the center where a spotlight is, and there's no one there.
I guess I'll go onto the stage and take one of those poses I saw of myself in the projection.
Oh, excellent. You found our volunteer room. This is where we'll allow our guests to become, well, a piece of art. So tell us, the theme of the day is, what is your worst nightmare?
Nope.
The lights grow brighter and kind of focus on you. And streams start opening up on the walls.
I go right myself and say that the death of Ankelia.
Ankelia starts showing up on all those TV screens, burning, people dying, like pretty much exactly as you would have imagined it,
Yep.
but more artistic. Excellent. Some of those statues start clapping. Next.
I don't want to play the nightmare game. There's nothing to fear but fear itself.
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's not what you saw in those mirrors that showed you what your worst nightmare is.
Pretty sure you should mind your own business, Tansy.
I mean, Tansy, you didn't see anything.
I saw me. I think it was just a normal mirror. I think you guys got special ones, I just got a normal one.
I'm not
He started
talking
yelling at his mirror.
I'm not talking nightmares in the normal sense of what you dream of. I'm talking about your worst fear, something that bothers you precisely, the worst thing that could possibly happen, or has happened.
This
For
seems
posterity.
exploitative and pretentious.
That's art.
Yeah, no, Yard walks out of the room and just continues
Well,
on through the gallery.
I will need all of you, of course. This is a challenge,
Aha.
and challenges have rules.
I mean, Yara, you could be everybody.
Yard, you go next.
Yard will slowly walk up to the center of the stage
Okay.
and stand in the center of the stage, and I guess he'll take a pose of some form.
The pose is important.
Yeah.
I wonder if it even is. Like, I was gonna do the exact same thing Adina did. I was just gonna go up there and do the same pose that was outside.
Or just like, you know,
It's like,
just hands on his chin kind of thing and make a pose. And then I guess on the monitors would start showing literally the day he woke up when all of his family was burning in his burrow.
It's not a mind reading thing. You actually have to say what it is.
Oh.
And,
Oh, well, then my worst fear is what happened to me. It's the death of my family.
how horrible. What
Definitely.
happened?
I woke up and my entire home was burnt, destroyed, falling apart, detonating. I saw them dead all over.
Based off rough estimations of your face, people appear being, burnt and.
This is nice because my face looks nothing like.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So-
just your face plastered on like a generic woman's body and the like.
Hello.
Okay.
Next.
Tansy. Inspire people.
I don't know what
Yeah,
to
Tansy.
be afraid of.
Get that dying rejecting you.
That
Something happened to
already,
your wife.
I already thought he was dead, and he's already rejected me. I guess other than him physically saying,
That being disappointed.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
take up the family blade.
Come on up, Witch King.
Aether's becoming your father.
My worst
This is disgusting.
I mean, that wouldn't be hard. I just find your mother and marry her.
I just stare out a window.
Then you'd have a father.
Ooh.
I mean,
I could
God
teach you how to
forbid dead
fish.
look in Anthony's eyes.
I could teach you how to fish.
That would actually be really nice. Let's
No.
screw this place. Let's go do that. Actually,
All right, let's go find your mother so I can marry her
No,
and become
can we
your
skip-
dad.
Can we skip? I'm pretty sure she's dead. But I can bring
Well,
you
if
back.
she's undead, then you're in a lot of trouble if I ever meet her. Undead women have a problem with me.
I mean, when has it ever stopped you, Witch King? Just because they're dead.
Yeah, that's true. I totally should not bring back my mother.
Well, she's already an undead creature, like an intelligent undead. What would you even do?
I would probably
When I
just,
marry her and become your dad?
I would kill you both.
She took
Or
the
at least
mantle of
her.
the pale of
As your father, I expressly forbid.
Oh my god.
So this is showing up on the Witch King screen right now.
Him banging your mom.
I think that is my worst.
Your undead
The
mom.
more Atreus talks about it, it starts appearing, and it's like, oh my god, this is my worst fear.
How scandalous. See? Gods don't have stage fright.
Oh my god.
We'll slap an R rating on that. No, wait. And then a triple X appears on that.
Alright.
We'll be tucking that away.
Wait, no!
Oh my.
Please, God, no.
It's a pretty awful fear. Some strange, dumb foreigner with a everyone around me dies complex shows up, bangs your mom who thought it was
My
dead. She's
undead
actually
mom?
undead.
You look much more
and then becomes your
revisionist.
dead. And then becomes your dad.
And then
Tells you what to
judges
do.
Yeah.
You look
So
much more
I'm
brutish in
disappointed
this,
in you.
and the moment you're done, you take like one of those dad like pipes and just light it up.
So
I
this is,
look over-
this is exploitive, pretentious, and vulgar.
Art.
He fucks your mother while maintaining eye contact with you.
It's just like,
Jesus.
like he knows that you're peeking through the door, and he's just looking back at
As
you.
your father, I expressly forbid it.
Every time he says art, rose petals fall from the ceiling and kind of float across.
Beautiful.
I catch one.
This is amazing.
Oh, I have no idea what the fuck.
I use miracles of sky to
Tommy,
keep the rose petals constantly
I know.
fluttering around the room.
Growing up and not being your cool kid anymore.
I mean, even if you don't fear for yourself, you can fear for other people.
No, I guess that wasn't canon.
What?
All right, Tansy, it's your go.
Oh, it was? Okay, good.
Tansy's at a
Tansy
loss.
stares off into the distance.
Yeah.
Eventually,
Pretty much my...
Because like,
you know that offline screen that appears on that used to appear on TVs, where it has the hype percent that happens after a while.
The bars?
Having Honey grow up, having children of her own, and not wanting them to have anything to do with you.
Yeah, your worst fear is like...
that doesn't scare me. That would just make me be like, oh, you weren't actually cool. You were lame. I'm gonna kill you.
Being lame. Maybe that's your worry. Being lame.
Being
everyone
human.
else.
I don't know, man. Cause like, okay, so it's like, okay, so sometimes people
Tansy was afraid of dying in
realize
heaven.
that she was kind of afraid of dying, but
Being weak and lame like everyone else.
Being Yared.
I don't like that people don't pay attention to me.
All our nightmares are the
Oh,
same.
Lord.
If that were true, we'd all have the same nightmare.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, okay, because sometimes people get all up, like, you know, mobs against her and try to kill her or whatever, but that's never really been a threat. It's more just been an inconvenience. It could be, like, people realizing that she doesn't actually care about being good. It's just something she's doing because she's bored. But it's like,
Also, that's not something she'd probably admit on camera.
right? And like even, I don't know, man.
Dangerous.
Tansy might not just have fears.
Being
Yeah.
like Tansy doesn't like it when she's being ignored. That's not a fear. That's just something that makes her angry.
Pity.
We'll explain that to
With
the
strength
roast
19.
So yeah, that busy signal appears on all screens. And there's like kind of that stock "aw" sound from the crowd.
No.
Very good, dear. Very good.
Tansy's thinking really hard, to be fair.
There, we did your test.
Well, I know.
Fucking no, you didn't.
All those statues turn towards you all at once.
Oh my
And
god.
the spotlights.
I mean, he's already told us his entire life story like a million times. To be fair.
Well, I haven't heard.
Oh no! Everybody sit
Am
down.
I going to be left out?
Okay, I'm pretty sure.
walk into
I'm
them.
pretty sure all the rest of the party now sits down and gets comfortable.
You got an
We're not
extra
shooting a
spot?
documentary here.
He just will walk into the middle of the stage with his arms crossed, kind of look around. I haven't actually ever killed anyone, and I'm afraid that if I start, I'll get a liking to it.
That is quite the fear.
Haven't you killed someone?
I've never killed a living person.
Not many can say that nowadays, not with such trying times. Quite impressive.
I mean, not directly, indirectly, through misery and
Well, you've killed some
disappointment.
possessed people. They were
Not in the way that
living.
counted.
You killed
Well,
uncreated.
you kill them.
They're
then
not
they go
people.
down to
Uncreated
red
aren't
face.
people.
They're possessed.
Uncreated aren't people. Demons
And that
aren't
doesn't
people.
count.
Angels aren't people.
That's fair.
Those people
Fae
that are
aren't people, probably.
People aren't people. Cats aren't people.
Like Adina, you fundamentally don't understand. The people we killed wasn't I have to make a decision to end someone's life and I have to live with it. It's we're temporarily hurting them and then the Witch King brings them back to life. That's completely different.
It is different.
Although
I've
what
never
if
had to decide on my own to end someone's life and it be a thing that just sticks. I've always avoided it. I've always tried not to do it. I've always kept that as like a thing I don't do. And if I ever had to break it, I'm pretty sure that if I just started killing people with, them staying dead, it would not be that hard the next time. It just wouldn't. And if I do it once, it'll just be easier the next time, and I'll just not think about it. Think back to every time I've ruined your guys' plans, fun, or easy solutions that involved killing people. I would just kind of stop doing that over time. You know, like when Adina wanted to set up all the explosives in Daryl's house with her fire, and be like, it doesn't matter. And then there was like 50, 100 innocent people down there in Daryl's larder. They would have just died. If Atris, who kills people, would have been like, fuck it, doesn't matter. Fucking blow the house up. There's people I care about aren't in there, so it doesn't matter. I'd be like Yared.
Good point there.
he used to eat people for fun?
You should.
I haven't eaten anyone in a long time.
That we know.
Or I'd be like Grigori.
You haven't been caught eating anyone in a long time.
He was the priest I used to hang out with, and he was a zealot, and he'd go off the deep end for no reason and try to hurt people on hunches. And only because his hunches were mostly right, he didn't get away with not actually hurting an innocent person, and the people he attacked were monsters.
Was he possessed?
Not at the time. We were hanging out, one time we were hanging out with a mummy woman, and we didn't know she was a mummy, and Grigori was, 60% sure she was an evil mummy queen. And one night he just attacked her, for no reason, just on a hunch. And it turned out, she was a mummy, but we didn't know.
Well, I mean,
He did that to every undead woman that was attracted to me. On a hunch.
Maybe there was other things behind that, but also.
No, he would admit it later, he just had a hunch.
Also, I meant at the ending.
I mean, it's not important. The point is, I wouldn't want to be like Grigori. He was a zealot and a maniac, and he went off half-cocked and didn't value human life above his own religious ideology. He was a good guy, but people's lives were not his primary concern when it came to him, quote-unquote, doing good. It was doing good. It was saying that he did a good thing that came first, not people's lives. It was an acceptable risk for him just to attack people out of the blue if he suspected they were monsters.
Tenzi's like, oh, that's bad.
Yeah, all of the screens are showing like a version of Atris holding people at sword point, like a merciful sword point, like obviously not going to kill them. But there's another version of him that looks more stylish and more devious, with its arms wrapped around him, whispering in his ear at all times.
How much easier it would be.
It'd be so much easier if I did it the way Gregoria did it.
But you don't. Yeah, that's part of being a hero, a god, tempering
Yes.
mercy.
This is crass and pretentious.
It is. Art.
I'm only putting up with it because we need the thing from you.
A table rolls out, and it's got a box of tissues on it and refreshments. Please take a moment before continuing on.
Go wipe yourself.
Clean yourselves up.
I'm like, I guess a box of tissues because usually people get really sad.
But
whenever
then
they
there was the
confront
Witch
it.
King scene.
But it seemed like that, but also it seemed like he kept being like, it's so pretentious, so it's like, oh, fucking cry about it. That's what it seemed like it was being.
Get fucked, Rose King.
The
Need
Prince
help.
of Roses.
I mean, if you want to start, there's no point of start. Okay.
So yeah,
Those
a
some-
door
Sorry,
opens up into the stage.
not the right character for that challenge.
Yeah, there's a hallway behind the stage
Deal
now.
with undead on a regular basis. I'm not really afraid of things.
Well, you might not be afraid of dead things, living things that hurt you.
Your
Personal
mom
level.
getting banged. The
Yeah.
greatest fear of all.
My dead mom being banged.
Atris is your dad.
I think it's just because, like, my actual dad's, like, a scholar of this world. Like, I have a lot of respect for him, and then it's like, you just come in here with your philosophies.
Flat Earth theories.
Flat Earth theories, and just throwing a wrench in my universe.
Flat Earth truths.
Good. True
I
for
think
now.
the Witch King's probably like afraid of abandonment and stuff, and the fact that they abandoned him because he's not good enough,
Probably.
which is like,
I mean, you want to do a serious one?
No, by all means, that was perfect.
We could do a serious one.
This
I'm
wasn't
okay
like a
with-
mind reading thing where he's like, no, you're not telling the truth. It was literally go up on stage and spill your guts.
Say something.
Because you're here and you're probably a pretentious person at a pretentious art gallery doing pretentious things.
Entertain me.
It's all for show.
It's all for show.
For sure.
For show, dog.
Okay, so something opens up.
Yeah, a hallway opens up.
Let's go.
All right.
All right, the hallway is lit up with LEDs, the way the main room was, and it's showing versions of, your worst fears on the wall in very artistic, like,
Oh no!
stop motion, like repeats.
It's on repeat! The thruster!
So much hate this.
The next room is shaped like a circular arena.
Ah.
There-
Tansy gets into a fighting stance,
I mean, between you and Nathan, that
starts
would be a lovely thing to see.
smiling.
Everybody calm down. I take a step.
So, which of the five of you is knowledgeable with the duelist art?
Atris.
Why would I be knowledgeable of dueling?
Like,
You
what do you
have to
mean
do
by
swords.
Well,
I know.
Art,
Well,
so swordsmanship.
one moment, Art Man. What was that, Adina?
You're good at swords.
I'm good with swords, so I know dueling. What? You know how to write, so you're good at calligraphy. Yared's good at shape shifting, so he knows a lot about drawing horses. Tansy's good at. Tansy knows crows, so she can put together feathered headdresses. Witch King's good at lightning, so he knows how to run a car battery, which I know about because I went to school. Dueling, the sport of royalty deciding who
Yeah,
gets to bang who with,
Oh, this guy!
We
with
both have-
shitty bendy swords that
Or
don't
this
matter.
guy.
We both have formal knight training.
Yeah, either Adina
I've got
or
formal night training.
I was in the Merciful Hands.
You've got a healer
Merciful Hand
training.
isn't,
Yeah,
knight.
but I started.
Your
thought
first
there was
aider.
another Thing.
Like, there's a knight
Like they're also
thing
knights.
that does
Of the
healing,
five of
but
us,
you-
I wonder which two lived a life of royalty and silver spoon in their mouth bullshit and learned a bunch of crappy ways to fight with a sword that don't end up hurting anyone.
Hey, I know how to fight with a sword.
I mean, that's exactly what my
Oh,
order
first.
does. We know how to not kill people.
No, I'm not talking about non-lethal. I'm talking here's a switch made of terrible metal that's blunt on the end, and we're gonna whip each other because we're inbred sexual nobles. And we're gonna say, "Oh, you beat me! My honor's been stained."
That's not how dueling
Really?
works.
Really?
You tarnish my name, good sir.
Okay, so we elect Adina as the person who's going to do this because she's a person that does this.
We need 2.
Can I duel with my fists?
I'm afraid not. This is a gentleman's art.
Oh,
And
then
gentlewoman's.
it's the Witch King that does that. Well, you're like, no, you're like a different kind of thing.
Okay, well, since
She says to Yara.
Yara just looks off at the distance.
And we're back.
Alright, so at the center of this dueling arena, a wooden table rises up, and on it are 2 rose brooches, as well as 2 rapiers.
No?
No, are 2 volunteers.
I mean, just look at the name of the swords. It's totally a noble thing.
Oh, Aethris.
Because it sounds French.
Excuse me?
Mordentish. Or Lamordian.
I'm sure Ken didn't say French. He probably said something equivalent, but yeah.
French. Oh, who's going to duel?
Come on, Witch King.
I mean, I could. I'm really good at it.
No, it's not your thing, I heard.
Pick up a
English
blade
is such a
and
nice
what
word.
was the other thing? A rose bush?
Brooch.
A brooch. Oh, okay, I'll put the brooch on.
Okay, over your heart.
Over my heart, of course. Where else would I put it?
In your hair.
It's not where brooches
And
go.
his challenger.
Yes, I'll take it up.
Ha, you're the challenger home team.
You probably turn it up a little bit so the audience can hear us. There we go.
Alright, take your positions, and I shall declare the rules of this duel.
I struggle to remember the dueling stance, and I think I've got it. I've really half got
There's
it.
screens recording all of this, too. Like, showing every angle of the battle. There's rose petals falling down now.
This is a fucking
Hair goes on fire.
blade of lightning. Alright.
The goal is to knock the rose brooch off your opponent's chest.
We're gonna need dice for this.
The more stylish, the more points you get. Whoever knocks the rose off will end the duel and will gain significant points. But it's also about the flashiness of the battle, the style. As you are gods, I'm aware you have tricks up your sleeves. Feel free to use them in as flashy as a manner as possible.
I was just about to ask that.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't duel. No one would see anything. Everything goes dark.
Nice,
And then,
Oh.
I mean,
Dispel magic darkness.
So out of character, the rules of this duel are to bring the other person to half their HP. It's not actual
no.
HP.
Okay, it's not actually HP?
Yeah, this isn't you
Oh,
like
okay.
actually killing each other. This
Way to
is,
sneak in PvP, though. I like it.
it's non-lethal,
well done.
and the goal is to be as stylish and stuntish as possible.
Ooh.
Oh man, we
Nicely
get to
done, Kevin.
redo that scene from when we were arguing. The fire and lightning clash.
There's a battle sheet.
Oh, I guess we need that. I like that.
Ba-ba-ba-ba.
Well done, Kevin. Excellent idea.
I've never got to see you fight, and this is a way to have PvP without it being PvP.
This is pretty good. Way to limit me with like. Whatever.
See,
I'll,
like-
I'll just channel my lightning strikes through the sword.
Yeah.
The sword is just for show.
Yeah.
I'll be attacking with my lightning.
I've never
Like smite.
It's more style over.
I've never seen what this is a reference to, or what the song is from, but I
don't
know
know.
what it's from.
I don't know.
Utena.
No idea.
Well,
It's a really over-the-top anime about people at a dueling academy.
Imagine a cake covered in colored frosting and cream so heavy that eating it will give you diabetes and turn you into a lesbian.
Oh my god, I want some of this cake.
Utena is like Steven Universe's cool lesbian aunt.
Huh. I thought Steven Universe was Steven Universe's
No,
lesbian.
no, you need to look up Utena. There's so... Every part of Pearl basically comes from Utena. It's
Interesting.
fantastic.
What the hell is that?
They even turned to cars covered in roses at one point. It doesn't make any sense.
yeah.
What's it called? Just battle sheets?
Yeah, TLY Battleship.
Oh, that's
You know
why.
what I call it, but I linked it in
Oh, no, I'm not.
God on Facebook.
if I beat you, I'm totally gonna go and leave like a W in your jacket. Like Zorro, the Witch King.
He's not going to get that reference.
You don't get Zorro references?
You do.
I did not know who Zorro is. Like,
One, you're calling it the wrong thing.
Isn't he Zorro?
Zorro.
Zorro, whatever.
Basically Batman.
Basically close enough.
Batman steals from Zorro.
You said it.
Oh, good lord, you have far less HP than him.
Yes. Yes, I do.
I'm gonna make it a static amount of HP.
Yeah.
So let's make it 25 each. And whoever gets the other down past, actually 20. To make it a bit quicker.
You said any tricks. Does that mean I can call my undead armored soldiers
This is a
over?
one-on-one battle. Don't be dishonorable. Dishonor on your family and your cow.
And your cow.
Bessie, no! She's so pure!
So, a single coin appears at the center of the table. Flip to see who makes the first strike.
Oh yeah, because it's still a role-playing game. I don't have a real coin, so... I call heads.
Do we have a coin around here I can flip?
Does anybody have a real
Oh
coin?
my god, guys. None of us have money.
There's like a coin thing behind
Even
it.
numbers or odd numbers?
Heads is even, so yeah. That's what I decided. Roll that.
It's a 10.
It's even.
Is that an even
I go
number?
first.
20 HP each.
Okay. I will give my rapier a few tests, like feel the weight, strike it with lightning, and go in for a quick hit.
Okay.
Just to start things up.
Roll the hit. All that.
I guess it was do I add anything or anything like that?
It's just regular combat.
Okay, I don't attack
Minus,
with weapons.
or plus his AC.
So AC 1, your dexterity modifier,
I don't
and
have
your
a strength.
BAB.
What's my BAP?
Basically, a target.
Oh, plus 5. So, 15.
Miss.
So you miss your first strike with lightning.
With lightning.
So yeah, as it strikes, lightning dances off and is made more extravagant by this area, which seems to make every strike sound louder and echoier.
Okay. So I started burning up like the lights, and in a whirlwind of fire, I repulsed at him. 7 miss.
Well then, we're bad at this.
That's why we lowered the thing down. Okay, your turn.
Can't just be like, loses the god's teeth.
Listen, guys.
Eating him over and over again.
Stop rapiering yourself. Stop rapiering yourself.
I'm dead. I've been dead for 20 minutes.
It's like, oh, we were supposed to kill each other? Oh no. Oh, don't worry, he can raise people from the dead, right, Witch King? Witch King? He's just
Say
smearing
my
on the
name.
Say my name.
So yeah, here you go.
Okay, I will try. I don't really have a lot of flashy moves except for like literally
I
a
make
bullet.
stuff
this is
up.
stunting.
Ice. You have ice as well as
Yeah.
lightning, remember?
Okay. I guess I'm gonna try and run and slide and like swipe at your legs. That's what I'm going for.
Use ice when you're sliding.
Yes, I will also use ice on slide to make the ground slippier to hopefully make you fall and make me look more stylish. I missed. You jumped.
Yeah. As the ice flakes off, it billows up into these huge clouds that when you reach the end, they just like they go flat against the ground, as though there was great force behind that.
As the
Okay, so as you're swiping past my legs,
like
I'm going to step down with the power of command to just, have the gravitas of the situation bear down on you, and that's a miss.
Yeah. Wow, we're so good at this. Look at how flashy we are. We're so good. We're dodging each other's moves.
Do your stuff.
Okay. Well, since I'm behind you now, I'm gonna try and just like pop up, raise an ice wall in front of you, and shoulder check you into it.
Okay.
That's my move. I rolled. I think that actually might be a hit. Plus 15. I think. Plus 5.
plus your dex modifier, remember?
Plus
Oh,
her
plus-
AC.
So that's under attack bonus, isn't it? Isn't that already in?
Attack bonus is 5, that's your level.
Yeah.
Plus
1
your
for my
dexterity.
AC, so that's plus 6. And what's your dexterity modifier?
Plus 1.
1.
And I rolled a 13.
5, 6, 7.
So that's 20.
Yeah, it's not that. I
So
thought
you
so.
hit, so roll damage.
Roll.
Yay! What do I do damage with? It's been D8s. So.
It's a rapier, dude. It does 1d.
I never use
Yeah,
melee
see? Your
weapons.
attacks. Melee. Plus 6.
Oh, so it is.
Oh, wait.
D6 plus. So 2 plus that as well?
2 through the chance of 1.
Oh,
Plus strength modifier.
which is 0.
So 1 damage.
1 damage!
We'll be here for a while, folks.
Careful when you take out these yellow dice. Some of the yellow dice have like 8s and stuff on them because they're cheap dice. This one looks like a real one, but some of them aren't
You
real
know,
ones.
when we get really serious about games, we bring up the cheat dice.
That's odd. I want to find one now.
I
Not
remember-
to use, of course.
Okay, so I'll use my sun to flicker behind you and try to stab you from the back. And hit.
Ah, damn it.
So do I also use D6 or do I have my... Your damage is D10 plus something? Okay, do they work?
Oh yeah, they'd probably work for both of you, actually.
Yeah, your sword's on fire.
Yeah.
He doesn't have one.
I don't have one of those because why would I? I don't use melee.
4, so that's 1
I just
damage
have rain
as
of
well.
lightning and
Can you
smite.
use Vital Furnace?
Oh yeah, I'm glad. Don't fucking say anything. That was my ace in the hole. It was supposed to be a
A
surprise.
stunning sneak attack from Adina of Calais.
Like golf clap.
Yours?
Her family was the ruling caste. Was.
I mean, might still be.
So you're behind me now?
Yes.
Okay, then I'm just going to try and. Fuck that. Come on.
Jesus.
I'm literally just gonna like thrust back, past my. I don't even know how to describe that. You know, you all see the motion. You know what I'm doing.
Stab behind you, yes.
Yes.
We know what you're doing. Sharking off an elephant.
I mean,
Pretty
they
skinny
gave, him, they
elephants.
gave him tissues or something.
Yeah.
Give it.
Oh, that's.
That's a miss. Or could
Wait,
be.
no, I think it's exactly 20 because.
No, you rolled a 5.
Oh yeah, you have to... From
5
what we put
plus
together, it
7.
has
Yeah,
to be
no.
13.
13. Okay. Sorry, I'm bad at math. I missed.
Okay. Then I flurry up around you, taking a wave of fire to sweep you around. And miss.
The area around you has turned into an image of a city on fire. Those rose petals still billowing past you. You can actually hear the fire crackling.
Can I bring weather into here?
You're stunting, but you're not outside.
Yeah.
It's not actual fire.
Okay.
If it was just area of damage, area of damage, area of damage, welcome to hell.
I mean, don't you have that fucking?
Yes,
Don't use that.
I know. That's what it's stunting.
I keep wanting to do aerial things, but I know I'm in heavy armor. The way I can fly.
Well, do it, roll it. You've got so much to go through.
I know. I don't know what to do for stunting now. I'm not good at combat.
Just attack. One of you just has to win.
I'm just going to try and like throw icicles in your face and go in for like a fury of swipes. Kind of getting desperate. That's a 19, so that's a hit.
Roll damage.
Super hit. 4.
Four. So
Through the
that's
chart.
1.
God damn it, this is gonna take forever.
I guess we'll all go down to 10 or something. Okay.
Yeah, we'll just go down to...
Because Jesus Christ, we're only doing 1 damage at a time.
Okay. So I guess I'll just thrust at you with, the bolt of, light straight at. 10, that's a hit, and that's a 9, so it's a 10, so 4 damage.
Jesus.
Aha!
There we go. That's a critical blow.
If it's on turn, is that your whole action? No, right?
We're stunting. So 1 for 1.
Unless you want to start throwing dirty tricks.
No, I just wanted to use Vital Furnace to get those 4 hit points back.
So I think that would be your action.
Yeah, that would actually cost effort to do that. The rest of this is just costing nothing because you're doing fluff.
Okay, fine. I don't care if I win anyways, so...
Plus, also,
The loser goes into the
I'm not
incinerator.
sure if that's how it works. Because, really, your HP represents, like, the points
Yeah,
that the
it's
person...
not really...
Yeah,
it's
this is
not,
just
it's not,
physical
it's not
damage.
real
This is you wearing
HP.
each other out,
Yeah.
knocking each other off.
Okay. I summon a gust of wind to try and knock you to the side off your balance as I come in for another blow. Trying to knock the pin off. Actually going for it. I rolled 15, so that's it.
Awesome.
Roll the damage.
That's a 5.
So 1 damage.
God, you literally have to roll 6. How did you get 4?
I rolled a 9 and got a +2 modifier.
Oh yeah, you've got better stats and probably a better...
The fire behind Utena like parts when the wind blows by, as though it actually hits.
Okay. I start stabbing at you like, 100 soldiers just going at you. Command miss. Yes.
I use your flurry of attacks to try and land a decisive blow. I've really got nothing. That's a miss. We suck. We're the worst.
So I guess I'll just rain fire on you, and while you're being slightly blinded, just start getting at you. Miss. Oh, well,
At least you're getting all the bad dice rolls out of the way in case something bad happens.
Is there a chandelier?
Yes, now there is.
Alright, I use lightning to try and knock down the chandelier over Utena. And hopefully try to land a blow. Well, that's all going down. And one of the two should hit, right?
Okay.
I rolled a 4. Nothing hits. Chandelier. I just destroyed a perfectly good chandelier for nothing.
It was very crystalline and pretty and expensive, and I was holding well.
I can fix that. I can pay for that.
I fell from my mouth with fire on you like a dragon, and get
a dragon.
you. Miss.
We're first to 5.
Go on.
I'll be like, fine, and shoot lightning from my hand into your face. If we're gonna go like that.
Just evolved into a fist fight and smacking each other.
Hold on, I gotta find the die. I missed. So bad.
The Prince of Roses is on a bench nearby, just kind of watching now. Just watching emotional. The TV has just kind of like that dull static on it.
Wait, it's not interesting enough? It's so flashy. There's lightning and fire and chandeliers. It's because of the chandeliers.
Okay, I guess I'll start doing some night stuff as I do a backhand attack at you. The merciful, Cersei Knight way. Miss. Well, okay, let's just roll until we figure this out, I guess.
I will use death to try and drain your endurance.
Okay, this is like a snap of the fingers, and both your flowers just wilt. Oh no! It looks like a stalemate, a tragedy, but a beautifully fought battle. He stands up. Very.
That would have been it.
What if? And what, you would have rolled the 1 damage? Maybe 2?
Let's find out. He rolled a 6, so what is that?
2 damage.
A battle for the ages.
Would have taken ages.
That actually looked kind of fun, Tansy.
You guys.
So,
You
what
guys-
if...
Do we go next?
Would you like to?
A little.
I mean,
Not with them.
oh,
They just went.
Yeah, I don't want to. I'm good. I put the rapier in the brooch back. Like,
the brooch is gone. It wilted on the
Okay.
floor. It died cold and lonely.
Tansy or Yared?
I use life to bring it back and put it back.
Not you.
I don't really want
I
it.
think you have to use a sword.
Also, I'm wondering, what if, like, okay, so for the first room, it's like, what's your deepest, darkest fear? And in the second room, it's like, let me see how good you are at fighting.
I mean, you could kill every single person in this room, Tansy.
Yeah,
bar
no,
none.
wait. The point Tansy just made is quite pertinent, actually. That is how an enemy would assess the situation and try to kill.
I mean,
I'm just putting that out there. That's
I mean,
Plausible.
I'm not
think of
even
it
showing
this
my
way.
full power.
yeah, true.
Think of it this way. If you wanted to know something would kill you by drinking it, and you drank it, and you found it couldn't kill you, does it matter if you could kill someone else? Who cares if he sees how strong Tansy is? Tansy is still able to single-handedly end every single life in the next 30 miles.
Those poor sea creatures. And bunnies.
Oh, the bunnies!
I assume there's some sort of
It's
ocean
just that
god
one
nearby.
bunny. We don't care about that one bunny.
The one bunny I have is a remorse, but the others... Oh, the remorse.
Do we get a thing and a thing?
Oh yes, of course. Snaps his finger again. Another table rises up.
Jared.
Sure.
You both have like attack things, right? That raise your damage.
Otherwise...
I know you do.
I don't really.
Of the night? Those the night
Doesn't
daggers?
your night
Yeah.
daggers do that?
Perfect.
My
Plus
daggers are
also,
19.
Tansy's pretty sure she wouldn't hold back and would just kill anyone that she fought.
That's why Atris is like,
Throws
yeah,
the sword
Tansy
to the
versus
wall.
Atris? That's a classic fight.
Yeah.
For the ages. Come on, Tansy.
Tansy would get halfway through it, throw her sword into the wall, and just start, like, knock you down and start...
She'd go
pummeling
full
you.
on Evangelion Unit 01 and like tear open his stomach and start eating his organs and absorbing his words.
That's how it works.
I mean, that's how it worked for Ava Unit 01.
I mean, we don't know that it doesn't work like that in character.
I mean, can't know until we try.
Right, Yara? Get on it. Start eating other Godbounds, not us.
I mean, you know,
Shark
just get
Man.
to which
My face
king.
just looks like a steak all of a sudden.
So yeah,
Sharkman looks
we'll do
delicious.
20 HP since you're the hard hitters. No wait, you're not though.
I'm not as hard a hitter, no.
We'll
No,
go
I'm
10.
This was a bad
So like it's just a rapier?
Yep.
I would point it down, and I would call up a nice, long, thin, whippy, braided piece of black metal.
Oh. And the camera zooms
It's
in on
made
that.
of cold forged iron!
What?
I'm gonna.
That's a race thing!
Wait.
Beautiful.
So I'm
Instead of-
like,
You can't cave
Robot Chicken
into
doing
it.
Castlevania. Like, oh, who used the whip?
Ah, fuck!
Yeah, no. Instead of grabbing one of the swords, I too will instead just put out my hand and just shadow will harden into a long sword.
Okay, those rapiers go back down, and your roses will turn black.
Ooh.
Oh, is this matter? of
The
fact.
dark party members! Not Tansy.
There's like a rumbling sound as those towers on the walls crumble down, and now it's just sheer night in every direction. The moon glowing down on you.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
And now the second battle begins.
I just have to commit my effort on the battle sheet real quick.
Yeah.
And just pause. And we're back.
All right, that coin appears once more.
Even or odd?
Odd.
I'm even. Okay, that went on its side. Between 5 and 18. Odd.
Okay, so I get first attack. So Yard just kind of takes his sword and slowly starts walking towards you. And then, because it's all night here, he just suddenly, as he's walking towards you, just fades into the shadows using a miracle of night and just from behind slices at you. Like, just appears behind you.
Okay, Andrew just stands there with his arms up like he's not looking to defend himself.
Okay. So... that's a miss.
I'll let you hit me.
You'll let me hit you?
Yeah.
Okay, 1d10 through the
He just
attack.
drops his AC down to 9 for this.
That is a hit for 1 damage.
Perfect. When Atris feels he's being stabbed, he pushes himself backwards so it goes through his chest, grabs it, pulls it more to get you close, and then swings his sword over his shoulder into you. I'm gonna roll a hit.
Okay.
I don't know how this is not actually doing HP damage, but it isn't.
I built up an immunity.
To being stabbed.
And it did do HP damage. It did 1.
Yeah, there's a close-up of that sword going through your chest, and like, looks far more dramatic.
Just the look
from
on
the
Yard's
side.
face is like, oh, fuck.
I forgot. Tansy was not the morally gray character. Because Tansy doesn't have morality.
He's been stabbed in that spot so many times he barely
That's
hits it.
it.
Okay, take 4.
Yeah.
Blood, drama, action. Yes.
So
This is
yeah,
what I was looking for.
So he whips his right hand over his shoulder, and so it hits his shoulder, so it comes down and crosses across your face, like you've hit a dog with a newspaper in the nose. But I'm
Fair
whipping
enough.
you with cold iron.
Okay.
I'm expecting that sword to disintegrate in my hand. 'cause
Oh
it's
yeah,
made of
no.
shadow.
Yeah, no. The sword disappears, and so do I. And then I'm a little bit farther away with the sword, and Yara just kind of looks and goes,
Longer sword
Huh.
this time.
"Interesting." I'll start moving towards you again, like walking between the shadows, so you can't quite see where. Like, you know, sometimes I'll be behind you, sometimes I'll be in front, and then I'll attack, and I miss again because I can't hit with shit.
Oh no.
With like a shadow sword?
Yeah.
I don't want to do the same thing twice. So.
Oh no, it'll disintegrate. Like as soon as I know
Yeah.
I'm missing, it's gonna disappear. So you can't grab it this time.
He wants to be stabbed. I made a mistake.
Idris will fall to the floor, like collapse like a broken doll, and as he does, he will click his right leg against his left leg, so his knife boot comes out, and fling it into the side of your calf as hard as he can.
Okay.
This isn't what the Prince of Roses had in mind, but he's loving it.
Right? Ted
Oh
is
my
like,
God.
this is so much better.
4 damage.
Okay. So Yard will back off again.
I'm on the floor. Come to the ball. My AC's 9.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna hit you. And again, just 1 damage. Slowly.
Feel my
How do you hit me? Like you run up and stab me?
Yeah, no, if you're on the ground, I'm just gonna, from a distance, I'm just gonna throw a knife right at your face.
Sure.
Just don't even care.
I didn't have my no range shield up, but oh my god, if I did.
I know. But yeah, no, I'm just gonna start throwing knives at you, just whoosh, whoosh, whoosh.
As soon as you throw something at Atris and it hits and it connects, he leaps up like that kind of reverse backflip thing up into his feet, puts his hands into his cloak, and hurls every knife he carries. He has like 30 on his person that I actually have on the character sheet.
Yeah.
Up into the air, and every sword he's ever wielded rains down in the area around you. I go for a sword smite.
Oh, I'm going to dispel that with Salt Spray Purity.
But you already used your action.
Yeah, but I can use it as a defense.
So that's an actual miracle. that
Yeah,
will
you have to
require,
offensively dispel it, though.
Yeah.
You'd have to offensively shut my thing down, so it's not defending.
Yeah, I can suppress any Godbound gift as if by a successful miracle. So I just miracle this gift.
You're not suppressing the gift, though.
I thought you had to be holding that to use it. I
Yeah,
thought
yours
hers
is a
was the
holder,
only-
hers is instant.
No. I can hold it so that it you can never affect me for the rest of this scene, or I can just suppress it for the
Right, I
like
remember that.
this act.
We're back. Yeah, no, we figured out Salt Security doesn't work at that speed. But I just threw the dice to the chart. Every sword I ever wielded rains down on you in a field from where you threw that knife. 7.
7. Okay.
Oh,
So
5 more to go.
All of them are cold iron, these versions.
My God.
Okay. Oh God. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna smite you back. So, moving through the shadows, like to get out of the way, I'm just gonna engulf you in darkness, and from every angle, just knives will just appear through the darkness, using a night smite on you.
As you nice
Just like a
smite me
cocoon
with
of-
stabbing, it happens, but under all of Atris's armor made out of human skin, you will find nothing but swords, knives, and hardened bone. As I use... What the fuck is it even called? It's been so long. 9 iron walls.
Yeah.
Oh right, and this is a physical smite.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. The 9 iron walls works against so many things.
But yeah, again, this is actually costing you effort because you're actually miracling rather than just flavor stuff.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I've been keeping track.
Okay. I know I said it before, but
I say, oh, the rose fowl. Don't
I'm down to
care.
3
Don't
effort.
kill.
Just so you know that you're not constantly spending effort on all these little
Yeah.
things. It's just
Yeah.
when you're actually using gifts.
Yeah.
So there was a duel, and then there's a bloodbath.
So yeah, at the end of you stabbing me a bunch with your night field,
Yeah.
I'll just move my hand across the field of weapons that have been around us and swirl around us like a typhoon and go in for the stab.
That's fair.
Yeah, the swords are trying to hit you, but I start whipping my riding crop around. Because that's what it is.
You see the camera constantly trying to move around to find a position where it's
Holy
not blocked by
fuck.
swords.
Hit. For 4.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 left.
Yep.
So just smash.
Yeah, your rose is wilting.
Okay. Yard will... He's gonna just take his sword and just lunge at you to attack you, but in the last minute he's gonna kind of turn, and his foot is gonna become a hand and pull a sword of darkness, like shadow sword, and just hit you. Coming in for the like sneaky attack, and I'll hit you for 2 damage that time.
9 armor rolls.
Okay.
No.
And that's
Only when I want to.
that's that.
He's the sorest of winners.
Yeah, that'd be a miss.
Oh.
So hey, you got him off balance. I missed with that trying
Fair
to
enough.
swipe at you.
Okay, I will attack again, and that's another hit. So, twirling around, like springing off my hand as you're unbalanced, I'll kick you again with another blade of shadow, and that will hit you for 1.
Okay.
Yeah, you've taken 2.
As you come down, like how'd you do with like your hand?
Yeah, like I just sprung. First attack, I swung and then like kind of cartwheeled, used my foot to bring the blade down, and then I hand sprung back to hit you again.
Idris opens his hands, drops the riding crop, comes out to grab your center mass, and then twists his body so that he can put his elbow into your throat as he slams you on the ground into the knives that are upturned.
Okay. Yeah.
Miss?
Oh, wow.
Oh, it's happening!
As you swing me down, I'm just going to fade into darkness and then appear behind you and push your head towards the knives that you have right there.
A miracle that sword gift that lets me miss on anything but a 1, so that hit actually hit you. So as you're doing that, you were grabbing an illusion because I'm behind you, and then I put both my feet down and Mario stomp you onto them like you're a rug, like you're a bear rug.
Darn, I rolled good there too.
I know you did. I forgot I had that miracle.
He's so
Koopa
angry.
stomp.
Nice.
Oh, that did.
Yeah,
no,
he's
that's,
done. He
That's,
had 1
that's
left.
it. That's
oh yeah,
the
all those cameras catch it and like do it multiple times of him slamming into the knives. It catches your groan, and that rose just bursts.
That's fair, yeah.
And now for the killing blow.
No.
Nicely done.
Yeah, dueling.
I get up and I just shake your hand.
Yeah. Prince of Roses approaches and he's just clapping. That was not dueling, but whatever that was. People will watch that for years to come, centuries. You will be immortalized.
Just gotta wait if my hand on my gear goes back into wherever it goes.
God's immortalized. It is so refreshing to meet another one.
Another
He's not-
god?
Well, yes, the god of art.
Oh. Yes, that makes sense.
You don't get the sense of Godbound from this guy. You sense power, but not Godbound like you guys are.
Mhm.
The working
You're-
of heavens.
Yeah. Yard's gonna just nod slightly and
I mean, there are gods in this universe that aren't Godbound.
Gods exist.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's been established.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, all that fades out, and it's just a normal room again. Again, a refreshments table rolls back. It's that same one from the other room, but it's looking a bit more off-put that you ignored it last time. It's like drooping a bit.
I'll have like some water, food, or something.
Excellent. Well done. I will be waiting for you below.
So yeah, if you just take the... If you know you can't really be hurt, or you built an immunity to knives and stabbing, just let it happen.
Yara just... Yeah, sure.
I've been stabbed so many times. So many people.
What time do you have to be up tomorrow?
That's fine.
Okay. Just making sure for all of you. Alright, and yeah, another door opens up. This one leads into a small circular shaft type room. Like an elevator. Exactly like an elevator.
Like an elevator.
And yeah, that he sits back down again and just becomes an inanimate statue. You're playing your battles in that hall in the elevator in front of you.
Recaps, best moments.
Yeah, basically.
Nice.
You guys are using fire and lightning in your fight.
Yep.
Yeah, there's another language being spoken in here, and it's dubbing all your fights.
Into what? Ancient Arcade? Oh.
No, into actually not sure what it would be.
Well,
Probably a Vizian, actually. It's Vizian, or whatever language they speak here. I'm sure it's something like that. And yeah, it's dubbing all your conversations where you're talking into like significantly more dramatic, like.
I didn't say a goddamn thing that whole fight. I was
Yeah.
a silent, violent sociopath.
So another
I don't
dialogue
think
for
I
you.
said anything either.
Yeah, there's dialogue for you whenever your like mouth is not on camera, talking about avenging your wife.
That was actually a pretty great fight. It was just the two of
Yeah.
us not talking, just kind of
Just actually
smiling and having fun
enjoying
with
it.
violence.
Yeah.
You're
Like, these didn't hurt each other. We were like pulling ourselves through weapons and throwing ourselves on knife piles.
yeah, your wife is actually in the background of some of these shots, and it's the same version of the Witch King's mother that you saw.
Oh my god.
Like in like a big dress, holding like roses, watching you.
Oh
He was like the shadow villain who was talking about encompassing the world in the
What, he was like Pyrite?
yeah, talking about how
Queen Meryl's court?
yeah, exactly. Talking all about how like life and love was meaningless, and he'd show you the true meaning of this world.
It's amazing.
Yeah. And yours was like this duel over honor. The word honor comes up a lot. Like a lot.
Good
Ankalian
job.
honor.
Good job, Zuko.
It's like from someone who has read about Ankalia and their idea of chivalry and stuff and skimmed over the basic notes.
Like he mixed the Klingon and like he mixed Klingon and Japanese together.
And Dina keeps talking about how she'll show you what a woman really can do and stuff like that. Something about gender roles.
you go to the kitchen, Witch King.
Yeah, he also come to the fact that this world is kind of misogynistic, that Ankalia is kind of misogynistic, and it's like he just went over the top with it. So yeah, in this elevator, showing you like it's like he's making a movie basically, and he's clipped in like you guys talk about your worst fears into this.
That's not very fitting.
Yeah, it's like you.
That's not very fitting at all.
What, does their battle take place decades later after Atrus's story of banging his mom?
Kinda. The timeline is really mixed up, and Tansy's kind of in the background, just trying some shots, just kind of staring at the camera. They keep talking about
Stop looking at the camera.
She doesn't even go here.
They keep talking about like the evil demon who's controlled.
The evil boss, the janitor who runs the prison.
Yeah, whenever he talks about, working for his employers who want to bring it into this world, it keeps cutting to Tansy in the background.
The demon woman.
Who isn't even looking at us, and she's just kind of staring there.
It's like, la la la. It's awesome.
And now for the final challenge, before the final showdown. And a contract appears. It's got 5 lines on it. This is signing over all rights to this show, this play, this drama, to me.
I go over the document very closely.
There's nothing too shitty in it. It's just advertising and like using your likenesses and stuff like that.
Do I get? Is there anything in here about
The
royalties? Profit? What's the
Royalties.
royalties? The royalties.
It's basically not holding it-
Royalties.
It's not holding it against you if you try to sell your brand as something else or claim that it's you. It's basically it's the minimum amount possible.
Okay.
Basically, like if you try to say, "Yeah, that was me," they're not going to sue you.
Okay. So you're gonna credit me in the end credits, is what you're saying?
Yes, that is
Okay.
exactly.
Okay. Good. Perfect. Sounds great.
I can't wait to rewatch all of Utena for Persona.
You get back into Cantown, and the Witch King's dad punches you in the face.
Why did the stranger attack
You
me?
slept with my dead wife. What?
No, I didn't.
And then in Esau, the poor little prince has some weird
Yeah,
new
his
movie
mother-
story in.
His mother just looks like it's like his face pasted on this woman, but slightly less, slightly more feminine. And because it's just armor, it's pink armor.
I was gonna say they haven't even seen my face.
My grieving father.
My grieving father. So, were you planning on showing this again, just for the record?
Everywhere.
Well, Vizio, the
Burn
private
it.
public.
Burn it all. Burn it to the ground.
It's Vizio.
It's just some place. Italy,
Venice.
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 Wait. Oh my god.
No, shut up. Your character's dead.
It's not a movie.
And this elevator just takes you down for a while. There's music playing in the background. Music that isn't this. And, here it is. And at the end is another room. This is darker, and along the wall there is writing. Or in another language, an arcane language, slowly circling around the room. This place is kind of glowing with arcane power.
Well, if it's ancient, Vizio, then that's the same one for Ankali. It's an ancient Ake. So the two of us should be able to read it.
1 second, I just have to look at if you want to mind pausing.
Sure. And we're back.
Yeah, this is in Primordial, the language of the angels and the language of theurges. So this isn't writing, this is more like imagery and sound. It's cacophony. That would probably make sense to a sorcerer. But to you, it all just sounds like whispering and static and kind of that, almost that feeling you got when you were in heaven. And Bill.
Oh,
No,
sorry, I didn't realize you were about to start talking.
Oh, no worries. He's in the middle of the room. This is a larger version of that body. It's bulkier, and there's more roses around the TV, which is kind of embedded in the middle. I found bits and pieces of this in heaven, way back when. Tragic, what happened. He's kind of rolling his head back and forth. And, well, this is your prize. After one final challenge. A sword rises up from behind him, large, golden. There's a ring in the center, and then the handle. He grabs it by the ring and kind of just rolls it around his wrist. You are gods, yes. I've heard rumors, whispers, since my awakening. You smell of the heavens. You smell of the machines that once pumped essence into this world, writing its laws. That is you?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Very well. A statue walks up behind you. This one is golden. It's clustered with, at the top is a bunch of Ankalian soldiers and knights with swords. They're all armored, and they're fighting off undead and uncreated hordes. This is one entire statue, walking on 2 legs. It has its own sword and shield.
Boss battle?
And from the other corner comes a large, it almost looks like an uncreated as well, but it's all made of brass, clockwork joints. And it has a large mace and a cannon of some sort.
Cannon.
Yeah. This is your final challenge. Face me. Face my greatest works of art. And this is yours. To save Ankelia, to do what you wish.
I must ask, if we face you and destroy you and your beautiful works of art here, are they destroyed permanently? Are you destroyed permanently?
Perhaps, unless you are merciful.
Well, I would hate to destroy such works of art.
We must suffer for it. And I must see that you are worthy. And I know you've done your heroics, I've heard tales, but I need to see it. I need to feel it.
Shut up, train. Jeez.
Get a job,
And
train.
there's a train in the background. I'm gonna pause. And we're back. So it's a little bit late, so we've all decided to wrap for the night and do the combat next session.
Mm-hmm.
In that case,
So yeah, this was Kevin the GM.
Anthony
Nicole?
Devin.
Ian.
and Peter.
And this is sponsored by Nobody, signing off.